Welcome to twitch.tv/LoganRobo. Tonight, we will begin a brand new playthrough of Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice. Spoilers, the Spirit of Justice will be the ghosts that Maya Fey and Pearl Fey channel along the way. Thank you very much for tuning in to twitch.tv/LoganRobo. Please enjoy the stream. And we are live! I had to trick the game because like every time I load up the main menu and then go live, it gets all stuttery, and so I was just using a music file outside of the game, so I'll fade that one down. How is everybody doing? Welcome! I'm excited to start the game tonight. I was gonna do another short one-off game for this stream, but decided that, you know, Edgeworth Investigations Collection is coming out in a few months. It would probably behoove me to try and get through Spirit of Justice sooner rather than later. So how are you all? I see Crystal was here early with quote number 27. I cut myself while doing murders. That's the ticket. Logan confessing as Lana, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, November 24th, 2021. Wow. And Extemporaneous with some emotes. I'm sorry, I forgot to take off emote mode early, so Extemporaneous probably wasn't able to do the lurk and the random transforms check, but I hope you're doing well, Extemporaneous. And Crystal also does quote number 18. This is a family-friendly stream. We don't want boobies of any kind. Little Nightmares 2, October 23rd, 2021. And then Crystal says, we want boobas. Boobas makes it sound like it's a boob-themed enemy in Super Mario or something, because you have the Goombas and you get the boobas. But how you doing, Crystal and Extemporaneous? Definitely not, Rukov says. Truly inspiring quotes. Maywell says, he late. I know, I was having to help out with some family stuff a little while ago. My nephew had a thing going on this evening, and my mom was gonna be going to that, and so, but I'm here. Hi. And Maywell said, laughing, the timing is impeccable. My music summoning, what music? And Weedle with the Weedle command. Crystal Gambling. Beowulf said the lonely man came with my music. So yeah, Beowulf, Weedle, how are you guys doing? Neon says howdy, gonna be idly watching while he gets some art done. Eyes. What are you doing art of this time? I feel like you're always doing interesting art, sometimes of stuff that I don't know what the series is, but it always looks really cool, so I hope it's going well. Crystal says, summoning jam? Queen Katie says, howdy! Random question, what color shade are your eyes? My eyes, I think, when I look at them, I think of them as turquoise. I've heard other people just say they're just flat out blue, but I think they're more, but I also think they look a little bit different depending on the lighting and like clothes that I'm wearing and stuff like that, but I always say turquoise, so like blue with like a hint of green to them. But how you doing, Queen Katie? How you doing, Neon? Widow said, and you're also a kind of cool guy, if not a puppy kicker. Well, I'm not really a puppy kicker, so that means I'm a cool guy. And Widow says, man, with gambling. Crystal says, rip. Let me read one more comment, then we'll dive into the game. We're gonna check this out. I'm assuming it's gonna have, hopefully, an animated cutscene, kind of like Dual Destinies had. But Queen Katie said, and could you check and see if the joke cases are in the Spirit of Justice section? I want to know so I can be happy. Okay, let's check that out. So we want to go to the game selection, and we're probably going to be by default still in Dual Destiny, so we got to switch over to here. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cover up the screen and click the episodes, and then we'll go back in a sec, so you guys will be able to tell. I don't know if it's there or not. And then I don't know how to go back from this, so I'm just gonna click new game. I also see there's an animated thing going on, but I can't see it. So hopefully this answers your question as to whether or not the joke case is there. So let's do this. You guys ready? In fact, let me. We're gonna do a new game, brand new game. Are you ready? Let's go. Capcom Co. Ltd. 2016-2024, all rights reserved. It was a very ornate logo it had. Animation!
On the western edge of the Far East.
The Western East. The West East.
Lies a peaceful country of spirit mediums and mystery.
Oh, is this gonna be like
the kingdom of Khura'in?
Oh, that's where the Fae clan is from. Okay, that's a new girl.
But now, the flames of revolution are threatening to consume it whole.
That's not good, but also probably not a job for a lawyer. Oh, wait, was that like their version of Judge Hudgy?
But things like revolt and revolution.
Oh.
Were the furthest things from my mind when I first arrived.
This little dragon on the flag is kind of the shape of the Magatama, isn't it? So we're not in Japanifornia. Did he bring Apollo and Athena with him, or can the yak be our new sidekick? Was that a yak or an ox? I don't know how to tell the difference. Episode 1, The Foreign Turnabout. I hope instead of Japanifornia, this is like Califapan? Oh, is that a Psyche lock? Is that what the little squiggle was on the dragon flag? Here in Khura'in, death is not the end. Even after death, the soul lives on in the Twilight Realm. And priestesses can commune with the spirits of the dead. Fear not death. In the name of the Holy Mother. Fear only the impurities of your soul. Ah, slap! Oh, blood! That's a heavy slap. I just got slapped. Oh, no, I'm dead. I'm glad it's not a thinker statue. Who's that guy? Okay. This blight on my soul. I'll have the child take the blame. Oh, please be Maya. Please be Maya. Please tell me Maya's gonna like somehow also be there and that she's gonna be the one accused of murder. April 23rd, 4:26 p.m. Kingdom of Khura'in. Because that's her whole thing is the Khura'in channeling technique, right? And so is this like where her ancestors are originally from or something like that? Ah, look at that animated animal of some sort. Phew! I'm finally here! So this is the Kingdom of Khura'in, huh? Huh. Hope no murders happen. Okay, so now that we're through that, let me read a couple more comments. Weedle says, Crystal, hoy! And I know, I just had 4 million, like, obies? And Crystal, oh, why wasn't that read by TTS saying meow, 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 who to simp this time? Maybe that TTS girl doesn't like to say simp? Crystal says,
TTS, she's been accused of murders too many times. Leave Maya alone, LMAO.
But that's why it's so fun. It'll be just like old times. It'll be like, it's so nostalgic. Having her accused of murder, traumatized by being thrown in prison. Or, okay, so here's the deal. If it's, what was that?
WW what? You know what else you can find in the Twilight Realm?
My mom.
The subscription.
Oh.
Also, is that Jesus? What would his name be in Ace Attorney? Jesus' pun name? Huh?
I'm not sure. Wait. Who? Like, on the screen now? Huh?
Of the numbered games, this is the first one to have really good models. They really jumped in quality with Great Ace Attorney, and that came over to this game.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting the first Great Ace Attorney game came out before this one. So first of all, Vero, thank you so much for re-upping the sub. Thank you. 23 months, almost 2 years. That's like, I mean, you're well past the second subscription baby at that point, working toward the third. But how are you doing, Vero? Thank you so much for re-upping the sub. And that's tier 2. That's a tier 2 sub. I think you get an extra emote or 2 for that. I need to come with better rewards, but thank you so much, Vero. And thank you for the 10 bits, Beowulf. Everybody did say that Trucy apparently is going to look better in this. I felt like in the last game they had pretty good models, but the mouths were large and fish-like. And so hopefully those improve. Like, I didn't like Edgeworth's model at all, so hopefully these will look good. So thank you so much, and thank you, Crystal, for the TTS. So we know TTS Girl is working. But yeah, okay, so I'm not sure who you were saying looks like Jesus here. Probably not the guy. Oh, wait, not the guy that we saw in the cutscene, because he had like paint on his face, you know? I don't think that would be there. All right, let's go. Phew. This is like, I gotta check and I gotta ask you. Is the background noise, like the crowd hubbub, hustle, and bustle here, is that too loud? Do I need to turn this down? Because it seems kind of loud to me. Please let me know if it's too loud. Let's read a couple more bits of the game, and then I will be right back to the chat again. What a long trip. I wonder how many hours I was in the air. But just look at this place. Click. Tourist photography. Oh, I'm capturing their souls. Get a load of this street. It really feels like I'm in another world here.
TTS a bit loud, yes.
Okay. And thank you very much for the TTS. Let's see if we can fix that. If we go to options, let's bring down the effects a little bit. See if that's better. Does that sound better? We can bring it down further if we need to. But hopefully that improves it. Because, yeah, I don't think we had this problem in the previous game, but this one, that seemed a little bit loud. But thank you very much for the TTS. I appreciate that. And that gorgeous temple. I read that's the center of town. Click. So is this just strictly a tourist visit for Phoenix? Wow, an ox right in the middle of the street. I have to get a picture of that. Click. I've never seen an ox before. Oh, the kid's looking at me. Crap. Little kid. Oh, but yeah, what I was going to say earlier is that we have to decide that if it's probably not Maya falsely accused. There's no way we'd be that lucky. But if it's some other kid, whoever that kid is, that becomes our new teenage sidekick for the game. Deal? Excuse me, sir. So I will see that this kid close up before we decide to voice. Oh, I think he's ignored. I wonder what kind of bird that is. Never seen anything like it. Click, click. That's quite a crest it has on its head. Well, excuse me, sir. Is gonna talk like this. Yeah, yes? Well, pardon me, but are you Mr. Right? Yes, that's right. What?
Old man Logan thinks the games these days are too loud and the websites are too dark. Back in his day, every website was white with artistic backdrops.
With artistic... Why did it pronounce it so weird? Because you spelled it right, backdrops. It sounded like it said buck drops or something like that, like medicine for bucks. But how you doing, Rukov? Thank you so much for the 10 bits. How are you? I still stand by my light mode. Apparently Vero thinks that, because I still need to get a replacement for the chair that I'm in. This thing is falling apart worse and worse. And the Office Depot by my home mentioned this on Discord. They're having a chair sale. And I found one that's like really, really super cheap. It's small. It's smaller than this one. So it's pretty cheap, but it would be in one sturdy physical piece, presumably. But I was trying to figure out whether to get it in black or brown. And then Vero suggested white, and it does come in white fake leather. I think that'd be like a pain in the neck to clean. Because like my family used to have white furniture in one of our rooms when we were little. And when I was little, not we were little. My whole family wasn't little. My parents weren't little. But yeah, anyway, thank you for the 10 bits. Let's keep going here. Yes, that's right. Oops! I hope he hasn't been trying to get my attention all this time. Wait a minute. Are you... Wait, what are we going to say? Is it because that he has a squiggly Magatom around his neck? Are we going to think that he's a spirit medium? That's right. I'll be your oh my gosh. I'll be your guide. Let me guess, he's going to be our guide. The young boy's name is literally I'll be your guide. Ace Attorney pun name strike again. That's right. I'll be your guide at your service. All right, I'll be your guide. I'm a monk in training at Temple Temple. Are they even trying with this game? Is like the first case that we do is the culprit is his name going to be like I am a culprit or the real murderer or something like that? I'm a monk in training at Temple Temple, and I'll be your guide around town. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's very nice to meet you. Happy Rocky. Happy Rocky.
Old man Logan used to live in a world where having a smaller, foldable cell phone was a status symbol. Back in Logan's days, Jeeves, Yahoo, and MSN and Google were duking it out to be the search site.
What is with this whole, like... trying to depict me as some decrepit old man. I did when I was young. I will admit that like when my earliest cell phone, was a flip phone.
Guilty red-handed.
Yes, guilty red-handed. That'd be wonderful. Gil, because Gil is an actual name. Guilty red-handed. Oh my gosh. Yes, Jorge, you win. Thank you for the 10 bits. I appreciate it. But no, I did once have a flip phone. Okay, I for the longest time, like, was apprehensive about getting a smartphone. I don't know. I don't know why. Everybody in the world had a smartphone. But yeah. But thank you very much, both of you, for the 10 bits. I appreciate that. So Happy Raki. Am I missing a pun here, or is that just supposed to say like happy to meet you or something, but fancy? Happy what now? Happy Raki. That's how we greet people in Korean. I know, but you're speaking English right now. It's like hello or how do you do? It's a pretty handy expression to know. Okay, let me give it a try. I'm gonna butcher your language. Hello, I'm Phoenix Wright. Happy Rocky. Konnichiwa. My name is Phoenix Wright, and I run a small law office. Well, that's what I do back home anyway. Right now, I'm just a traveler, a stranger in a strange land. Hope I don't stumble upon any murders. Welcome to our country. Welcome to the Kingdom of Korean, land of spirit mediums and mystery. I think I'm a tongue club doing this. This is for you. Oh, is that a new magatama, or is that a cake or bread in the shape of a magatama? Is it fruit? Do I eat this? Is it cake? To celebrate your arrival. So speaking of mysteries,
I used to have a side slider phone. She served me for 5 years before I got a smartphone, and I got crazy good at Tetris.
Okay, I never had Tetris on my phone. I actually do have my old smartphone in the other room. And wait, did I say smartphone? Flip phone, my old flip phone in the other room. But as it is, I continue to be like, I could, to like avoid getting the newest, latest thing. I still have an old iPhone 8 that I've had for like 6 years, or however long it's been. And I just don't want to upgrade. I mean, the problem is its life is slowly diminishing. And so I think within the next year or two, I may have to bite the bullet and get a new one. But I also feel like, it works. And it's like that the screen has never been cracked or anything. It's great. And but thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate it. Let me read a couple more comments in the chat though. Crystal was saying to Weedle, ahoy! Bill said, it was one of Vengeance's battle themes. How does it feel? How does it feel to finally have beaten it, to be on the other run-throughs now? Neon says, I'm making a comic right now. Oh, is it the same one that you were posting like pages of before, or is it a new comic? Crystal says, oh, nice. Beowulf says, which hands down my favorite one. Quickata said, noted. Thank you for the color answer. You're welcome. Quickata said, I cannot tell. I guess it's not in the Spirit of Justice section. Thank you for checking me. Okay, that's good to know. And I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Crystal was some gambling. Quickata said, yeah, hype. Oh, Tiff says, let's do the Spirit of Justice. Tiff, welcome. So Tiff, have you played through? I remember, I feel like there was somebody that was only like a little bit ahead of me in Dual Destinies. Have you all played this, or is there anybody here who is also doing this for the first time, going in as blind as I am on this? Crystal said, I've been losing gamble since last stream. Rip. And then Weedle gambles all and lost. Weedle said, this is dumb. That's why we're teaching you not to gamble. Let me read a couple more comments, go back to the game. Quick Katie said, this game is my favorite one in the main series. Nice. I still think of all the games we played so far, Edgeworth Investigations, despite the super long Ambassador Alba chapter, is probably my favorite. Quick Katie said, we have 3D murder scenes. I know, you can practically feel the blood splash in your face. And Kami Cat 1000, Kami Cat, how you doing? Said there's a cool thing in Ace Attorney called Up Dog. Huh. I suppose I should ask a follow-up question, inquiring as to the nature of this updog. Please tell me, Kami Cat. What would you say is the definition of this updog of which you speak? Did I do it right?
TTS, I'm at the start of the second case's first investigation.
Okay.
I need to keep playing.
Okay, so you're like plenty ahead. This last game, Dual Destinies, took me over like 110 hours. Let me see. Let me check on Steam so we can make track. 118 hours. 118 hours. That was like the longest any Ace Attorney game has taken for me. So, okay, let's play a little bit. But Kami Cat, good to see you. Welcome. Let's play a little bit more, and then we'll get back into the chat. Speaking of mystery, what is this mysterious green lump exactly? Allow me to explain. This is the famous Korean sweet bud. It's called Magatabad, or soul bud. It's made from human flesh to feed homunculi. It's shaped like a magatama. It's so yummy, it'll send your soul right to the Twilight Realm. Isn't that death? It's so good it'll kill me? That doesn't exactly make me eager to try it. Thanks. I think I'll indulge it later. Oh, are we gonna put that in our court record? Is that what's gonna happen? No, I guess not. That will be $20. Dollars instead of dollars. Thank you for your patronage. Did this kid just cheat us out of 20 bucks? I have to pay? I always have plenty of those on hand, so just let me know if you ever want any more. I thought he was about to fall over dead. No wonder his bag looks so heavy. It's stuffed with all the tools of his trade. Oops, I almost forgot to tell you something really important. Oh, Maya! Wait, so did she travel back to the Kingdom of Karena? I figured she was just in, what was it, Hazakura Village? Has she been out of the country? Did we already know this? Did Pearl mention something about this? It's about Ms. Maya. Oh, please, Maya. Please be accused of murder.
TTS, did he just scam us?
Yes, kid scammed us. Kid totally scammed us. But that's okay. That makes him he's just a rambunctious little scamp. Just a little scoundrel, I think. Or maybe he's a murderer. We did see the murderer before, but he had face paint on. Could totally be this kid with face paint on. But thank you very much to the TTS. But seriously, my birthday is this upcoming Wednesday. And game, what I'm asking you, Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice, for my birthday, is please let Maya Fey be accused of murder again. Thank you very much. It's about Miss Maya. She can't come to see you for a few days yet. Yeah, when I called her from the airport, she said she was still training up in the mountains. I told her I'd wait for her here. Either way, I was glad to hear she's in good spirits. Or maybe they're not good spirits. Maybe they're medium spirits. Waka waka waka. I hope she texts me back and doesn't ghost me. Boy, you know, if there's a murder victim who's a lady, we're gonna have to inspect her body. Is this offensive to your culture, kid? Maya Fey. She's a spirit medium who used to work as my assistant. Hey, there she is! Oh, we're not gonna see her face till later, no one can't see. I assume she's older now. She's probably got a beard or something. I came all the way out here to celebrate the end of her ascetic training with her? What does that mean, like ascension? I'm gonna look that up. I don't know what that word means. I gotta look up. Ascetic. Ascetic, characterized by or suggesting the practice of severe self-discipline and abstention from all forms of indulgence, typically for religious reasons. Oh, I hope we brought burgers and ramen for her. Oh, and I see here's a poll, but let's get out of this so I'm not exposing you guys too much to light mode before I read the poll. And we're back. Okay, so let me check out the poll. The poll says, peer review. Have you played AA6? The yes and finished it. Nope, blind to this. Played, haven't finished it. Well, I'm gonna vote nope, blind to this, because that's a me. So go ahead and cast your votes. Let us know. This is my first time in this country, so I'll be counting on you, okay? You got it, sir. Please don't hesitate if you need anything at all. Maya was right when she told me I could leave everything in your capable hands. Oh, I love it when they do that, when they have a missing tooth, it's just like a curve on the smile. I don't know why, it's like it's an adorable thing in anime. Ah, shucks, she said that sure was nice of her. I had a chance to show Miss Maya around a little bit too. If there's one person Maya was worried about, it's me. Quote, because we both know how trouble likes to follow you wherever we go, she said. She, the person who has been multiple times accused falsely of murder, says trouble follows me around. That girl worries too much. But you sure came early to the party, Mr. Right, sir. Well, what are you doing? What is that, pal? I don't know. Let me read some more comments in the chat because I'm already behind. Quick 80 said, we upgraded so much! Tiff says, upgrades, people, upgrades. But sadly, I don't think there'll be any upgrades to Fulbright. Can he still somehow make an appearance? Let's see. There's Vero's re-up of re-up of the sub. Crystal says, 1 more month for 2-year subscription, babies to Vero. Quick 80 said, right. We have to get the good Trucy model in this game. And Tiff with the hydrate command. Thank you so much, Tiff. Oh, crap. I just dropped the cap and it rolled far away. I gotta go get the cap. I'll be right back. One sec. I'm back. I dropped the cap. I'm not good with things, but thank you very much, Tiff, for the hydrate command. I'll do that right now. Thank you, Tiff. Queen Katie says, wow, Gun Jesus from P3R moved over to Ace Attorney. Vera says, Crystal, so many babies. Queen Katie said, so far, I'm good. And there is where Crystal said, a bit loud. Queen Katie says, better. Crystal says, yuppie, better. And Vera says, oh my gosh, we're about to see one of the best pun names. Yo, wait, this kid? I'll be your guide is one of the best pun names? Is it better than Dead Man as the dead man who was a victim? And no, Blindness won with 50% of the vote? Really? This is kind of surprising. We don't usually have that many people who are in the same boat as me. Usually you guys all laugh at me not knowing things from behind your spoiler chat, which, by the way, do you still have that going on for this? I hope so. Okay, but you sure came early to the party, Mr. Right, sir. I mean, Miss Maya won't be done with her training for another 2 weeks. I hate to admit it, but I came early because I was worried about her too. Oh, well, you know. I thought I'd get in a little sightseeing first. Oh, sightseeing? Well, I'm your man for that. Oh, for a second I thought that steam was coming out of his ears. It's his nose. I'll show you all the best sights this country has to offer. Thanks, that'd be great. I guess Albie takes his job very seriously. Well, what are we waiting for? Those sights aren't gonna see themselves. Yikes, you don't have to shove. What do you want to bet after he shows us something, then he's gonna charge us money without telling us beforehand? First stop, Temple Temple, right there in the center of town. There's something there I really want to show you. Okay, going to Temple. Oh, and there's a pinned comment that just appeared. As soon as this stops moving, I will check it out. Okay, it's April 23rd, 4:45 p.m. Temple Plaza. I wish the plaza was called Plaza. Okay, so the pinned comment says, okay, this is a pin from Queen K. Said, by the way, Albie's Japanese name is a play on Boku to Tsua ni, which means tour with me. Oh, Tsua, because Tsua it's a transliteration of the English word tour. Tsua. Boku meaning me, to meaning with, Tsua. That's actually good. That's a yeah, and then ni is like saying like directional placement. It says name pun sponsored by Katie. Thank you very much, Vero. I appreciate that. Boku no Tsua mi. Boku no Tsua ni. I like that. My Duolingo helped me appreciate that. Wow, it's even more impressive up close. I like the colors. So bright. Ooh, now we got actual music playing for like, I think the first time. Okay, let's read some more comments. So you guys said that the volume of the sound effects are better now. Let me know if the music also needs to be taken down a notch or not. The music sounds fine to me, but you guys let me know. See, Tiff says best in quotes. Weedle says nerd. That's fair. Bill said it's an amazing punning. Are we talking about I'll be your guide? Queen Katie said, Phoenix when he comes home and shows Trucy. Okay, so here's an ox I found. Here's a picture of his very close-up nose. Trucy calling, Daddy, what about my souvenirs? Phoenix says, what souvenirs? Queen Katie said, we're all gonna have a grand time with this game. Crystal says, make sure it was eco-friendly veneers, Logan. I know, and borrow some screws from is it from your uncle or your aunt? I know it's galvanized square steel, eco-friendly wood veneers, and I think it's from your uncle you borrow the screws from, right? Quick Katie said, also, I'm mad Vero isn't done with this game. There's a pun name that I love that Vero hasn't seen? Crystal says, laughing. Vera said, I will soon see it with Logan. Be equally surprised with, oh, nice. Okay, well, let's keep going for a little bit and be more surprised with more stuff together. Let's see. Okay, wow, it's even more impressive up close. Allow me to explain. This is the heart of our town, Temple Temple. It was created by the founder of Karanism, the Holy Mother herself. I'm training right here at this temple to be a monk someday. Did we ever find out, are the spirit mediums, are they divided by gender? I'm trying to remember. For some reason, I think it was like only the girls are spirit mediums. Am I remembering correctly, or did my brain make that up? I read that the people of this country are all adherents of Karanism. So they don't have freedom of religion? This sounds like maybe an oppressive country. According to my guidebook, it's a religion in which ancestral spirits are venerated. Okay, but to be fair, if you had a religion where you can literally speak to ghosts from the afterlife, I feel like that religion would become dominant pretty darn quick. The Holy Mother was a great spirit medium who could commune with our ancestors' souls. Okay, that dress kind of looks, excuse me, that dress kind of looks similar to the dress that the young girl had that we saw a little while ago, like in one of the, I can't remember if it was the main menu or the animation opening of it. Although she looked pretty young, so I don't know, it's probably just like a ceremonial thing, I guess. And spirit mediums become queen to this day, direct descendants of the Holy Mother. Oh, so I bet the girl that we saw is probably the descendant. I hope Maya isn't like gonna become a queen, because that'll be their excuse to like keep her out of future games or something. A spirit medium rules the entire country, huh? Talk about power and influence. The main thing you'll want to see when you come to Temple is the Dance of Devotion rite. Okay, I hope it's animated. But let me read a couple more comments in the chat, though. Quick Kitty said, I know, but still, Vera said laughing. Wait, so does that mean the Vera's not allowed in the spoiler chat that you guys have for this game? Crystal says, the first pun name, good. Can't wait for more. Our nice Cookster, how you doing, Cookster? Said, it's very convenient that he's decided to be a guide. Yeah, I mean, when you look at the pun names, we either have to decide that these names are dictating what their career path will be and they have no say in the matter, or that it's just a lot of good coincidences. Yeah, it's a good thing he decided to be a guide. It's a good thing that Dead Man decided to become a dead man, and so on and so forth. But how you doing, Cookstar? Quickly said, Ace Attorney tried to do America, but then regretted it when this game came. Lol. Tiff said, nah, it's so much worse. Wait, the names are gonna get worse than this? Beowulf said, yep, as you can already see, Karain pun names are amazing. Well, we might have different definitions of the word amazing. Let's keep going. The Dance of Devotion takes place twice, once in the morning and once in the afternoon. This dance, along with the Song of Ceremony, is performed in offering to the Holy Mother. And of course, I assume any information we get like this will be relevant to the murder case later. The Dance of Devotion has the power to summon forth souls from it creates we bring souls in the wings and loop and wraps it around. Hold that! Slow down! I couldn't read any of that! That was like faster than Wendy Old Bag. I can't remember all of that at once. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I got a little overexcited. Anyway, the main thing I got from all that is that you really, really love your country. Yeah. Well, that's sure true. I like this kid. He pours his heart into everything he does. Let's see, I guess I just explained about half of what I usually explain, so I'll give you a special discount and only charge you $10 for the tour fee. See? He's charging us, I knew it. Thank you for your patronage. I guess he pours his heart into aggressive salesmanship too. Come to think of it, Miss Maya told me she could tell I love my country too. We stood here for about an hour while I told her all about the Holy Mother. Wow, she must have gotten broke. How expensive was that? Really? An hour? Hope that counted as patience training. And she seemed really interested too. But was it because she's a girl and is good at faking it when talking to guys? Or she listened to my whole speech? Huh. Doesn't sound like the Maya I know. Let me read a couple more comments in the chat because I know I'm already getting behind. Crystal says to Jorge laughing. Beo says, red herring. That would be another great one. That was from the old Scooby-Doo show, a pup named Scooby-Doo. Vera says, Ayami the Killer, the long-lost sister of Shelly the Killer. Oh, I love these. Queen Katie said, just post a fun comic about the pun names in the Discord. I'll check it out after the stream. Awesome, thank you. Crystal says, I can't with pun names in AA. They are clever. Some are clever. Like some in the last game were like really clever. You guys would explain like the meaning behind it. It's like, wow, there's layers. I don't think there are layers to peel back to I'll be your guide, our literal tour guide. And Bill says, no, Amy the Killer, but she's not the killer. Vera said even better, instead of I am the killer, it's am I the killer? Oh, Amy is am I get it. Vera said, makes you think. And Beowulf says, exactly. Okay, let's keep going. Miss Maya is so kind and nice. She treats me really well, like a little brother. She's kind of like a big sister to me. This is Maya Fey you're talking about, right? Huh. Maybe she's grown up since I last saw her. Cling! Cling! Cling goes the trolley. Ding, ding, ding goes the bell. Oh no! What's the matter? killer! Oh, is the dance about to start or something? Is it that time already? We have to hurry into the temple right away! But first, let me give you this lyrics card for the Song of Ceremony that I told you about. There's an English translation of the lyrics there too, so give it a read. Okay, let's go! Why the big rush? If we don't hurry, we'll miss the beginning of her benevolence's dance of devotion! Okay, I'm guessing it's gonna be the young girl we saw at the beginning, and I hope the dance will be animated. Because it's gonna be good with this kid's eye sparkles. Her benevolence? Please be animated. I just want any excuse for animation, yeah. Let's see. Oh, it is! Oh, it is the girl we saw before. And an old woman next to her? Oh, so her outfit is like the dress of the Holy Mother, but like with a short skirt and sleeveless. When dragon and tiger battle. Ooh, her eyes are green. Well, it's taken them a very long time to say when dragon and tiger battle. Oh, is that a tattoo on her back? Or is that just like face paint but on the back? The founder offers divine protection. Wow, they really like choreographed a whole dance for this, didn't they? It's very slow, but it's cool. Ah, police! Oh, they're probably gonna call her the killer. When the butterfly embraces the Mitama? I hope she like dance fights with the police, that'd be awesome. Huh? The favor of the orb is bestowed.
I'll be your guide. You're under arrest for treason.
Oh. The favor of the orb is bestowed. So it's not Maya or that girl, it's Albie. What? Well, he's not under arrest for murder, he's under arrest for treason. Huh? Wait, oh, is she not a good guy? Is she a bad guy? Is she the murderer? Oh, do you see the way she was looking at? Maybe she's the killer. I thought that she was gonna be like our new teenage sidekick, but no, she looked mean. April 24, 10 a.m., High Court of Khura'in, accused lobby. Let me in! Why won't you let me in? Let me guess, like, our law license doesn't apply to the Kingdom of Khura'in? Beowulf said, and the whole case leads up to her being the real killer, but she's not. I still think that the perfect ending for the entire series, the final Ace Attorney ever, should include Maya Fey actually being a murderer. Quick Kitty said, never played this, but I watched someone do the whole thing, and it was so fun. Neon says, I can't remember which comic I posted before, but I think it was the one I finished in like October, so a new one, awesome. Tiff says, that was read by TTS. Beowulf said, no, great Ace Attorney before Investigations 2. Okay, maybe that's what it was. Vera said agreed. Quick Kitty said, wait, no. Okay, no. I can't wait on Investigations 2. Once that comes out in September, I gotta dive into that. I'm sorry, but Great Ace Attorney Chronicles will have to wait. I needs my Penny Nichols cameo. Vera says, agreed? What? Why are you trying to withhold Penny from me? I miss her so much. Quick Kitty says, kid scammed us? I don't remember this. Quick Kitty said, I'm gonna have quite the memory road these streams. Beowulf says, I need time to go through both before you start Investigations 2? Well, no, then you'll have plenty of time while I play Investigations 2. Quick Kitty said, actually, how old is he? Let me check, even though I know they're gonna tell us in court later. Yeah, it doesn't look like we have access to our court record yet. I'm gonna guess 10, 11, 12, somewhere in that area. I'm probably wrong. Crystal says, laughing, says Logan with the puns, back to back, let's go. Vera said, pull up my eyes. Queen Katie said, this kid is 9 and scammed us, so I was close. Oh, Garfield says, what's up? What's up, Garfield? How are you? It's been a little while. How are you doing? Wait, Vera adding a quote already? She probably grew up now, probably got a beard now.
No, because I need to go through both games. I haven't played Investigations 1.
Oh, okay. Well, the good news is you're gonna have plenty of time. This game right here is gonna take me months to get through. So, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate it. But who knows? Maybe then I could create a new spoiler chat where I get to hang out with people and laugh at your spoilers. Beowulf, and I can finally be like someone on the inside that knows what's going on instead of the clueless guy. Actually, I like being the clueless guy. It's more of a surprise for me. Okay, let's play a little bit more. But again, Garfield, so good to see you. How have you been?
'Cause you're a foreigner. What business could you have with this court?
I told you, my friend is on trial in there. A friend? I don't think we're his friend. We're his customer more than anything. The police raided the temple in the middle of the dance performance yesterday and arrested Albi on suspicion of treason, but not murder? I was worried about Albi, so I just had to come see his trial.
A trial isn't a tourist attraction, so clear off. If you want a picture for your scrapbook, take one of me and get out of here. I can pose for it like this. Yeah, those are my guard poses.
Look, you've got it all wrong. Just great. Well, I guess there's only one thing to do. Tell him I'm Kuranese? Let's save before we do that. We can do save slots just for Spirit of Justice? Awesome! I mean, obviously we gotta tell him we're a lawyer, but I wanna see what happens if we claim to be a different ethnicity. Huh, what?
Let this be a learning lesson for Albi. Don't trick people into buying stuff unknowingly.
Yes, let this be a lesson to all of you. Never trick people into buying stuff unknowingly, or else you too will be falsely accused of treason. Yes, that is the lesson. But thank you very much for the 10 bits, Jorge. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're gonna say tell him I'm Kuranese. Obviously, we want to become a lawyer. We're just gonna lie to him. We're gonna start our friendship off with this dude with deceit. Actually, I used to be Kuranese. Used to be. I had an operation. A Kuranesectomy. I had that aspect of my DNA surgically removed.
What?
I lived here when I was little.
Oh, really?
What town are you from? Town name, Berg? Oh, well, gulp. I actually did gulp, and then he gulped. It was a tiny village called Phoenixia. Phoenixia. Yeah.
My brother's from Phoenixia. Welcome in. There's no such place. Oh, darn it! Did you really expect to get away with that, with a barefaced lie like that?
Is he gonna shoot me? Busted. Well, I guess that means there's only one thing left to say. Yes, I'm a foreigner. I'm a filthy gaijin. But I am not your average foreigner. I'm smarter than the average gaijin.
Hey!
I'm actually a lawyer. Back at home, anyway.
You lied earlier, so I can't trust you now.
TTS bailiff, shoot the man.
Bailiff. Shoot him in the... Yes, thank you very much, Crystal. He could. I don't think... The bailiffs back in Japan-California, were they armed? Were they armed to the teeth like this? I mean, that looks like that's got a lot of bullets in it.
Liar. I can't. That's not possible. I'm allergic to lawyers.
What's he so shocked about? Well, whatever. Now's my chance. Nothing wrong with a lawyer entering the courtroom, right? What?
Wait, get back here, you.
What? What? Woo. Wait, did the kid try to escape? Was he running it? Was he chasing something? What's happened? Oh, darn it, it's not hand-drawn. So this is a Kuranese courtroom. Oh, we just made a break for it and ran in. See, it is like Judgy. Oh, it's Winston Payne, or Gaspin Payne. It's one of the Paynes. Wait, isn't that her benevolence? What's she doing here in court? What's Winston Payne doing here? Or Gaspin Payne, one of the Payne brothers doing here? What? Oh, Gallop, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Garfield. That was so nice of you, Gallop. Are you here right now? Thank you so much, Gallop. I appreciate it. Okay. Once again, let me know if this music is too loud. And we have to decide, do we have a new voice for this guy, or does he just also have the Judge Udgy voice? I figure any old man judge with a beard should probably have the Judge Udgy voice, except for his Canadian brother. Sorry, I needed some water. Let me read some more comments to the chat, though. Hey, Pinned. So remember how Pain left during the credits of Dual Destinies? Wait, he did? It's been so long since we finished, because like it wasn't the DLC, it was before that had the actual credits. He left? I vaguely remember something about him appearing, so I guess he was traveling abroad, so this is where he is now? Oh, that's wonderful. That is wonderful. So is it gonna be Gaspin Pain, or will it be a new Pain? It says Edgeworth chased him off. Oh, this is great. I love it. I love it. Thank you very much, Vero, for those pinned messages. And thank you for adding the quote as well. Garfield said, nope, but I look forward to it. And Vera said, welcome. Quick Katie said, also, you know what's so weird about Ace Attorney being in the future? Albie was born in 2019? So like in our timeline, the kid's about 5? Wow. Crystal doing quote number 5. Kyoto and I were experimenting with each other. Not like that. Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, June 30th, 2021. Queen Katie said, to be fair, Logan, Maya wasn't there when the courtroom was bombed, then had a murder. But you know what? When in doubt, accuse Maya. If there's ever any unsolved murders, just accuse Maya of murder. I think that is a reasonable plan. Let's see, Chris with a follow age. Oh, but that's just for your big bonkers account, because he had one before that. 2 with a follow age, 2 years, 11 months. Oh, you're like 2 weeks away from 3 years. Quick said, by the way, Albi's Japanese name is a play on Bokuto Tsuwa ni, which translates to tour with me. Quick said Bokuto Tsuwa ni, the Japanese name. Quick said literally of all the languages are so bad. Chinese is I am a guide. Crystal said tour guide kid. Vera said let me share this actually. Name pun sponsored by Katie. Quick said this game has my favorite pun names. I'm just so giddy. Oh, well, I'm looking forward to more. But let's keep going. Yeah. The divination seance has been performed. Wait, what? Is that how they decide who the murderers are, with a seance? Or maybe they summon the spirit of the dead and ask who the killer is, and maybe they used a fake medium to do a false accusation. I will now hand down my verdict against the accused. Well, I'm gonna be honest, that would be really convenient. This is like that last case in Trials and Tribulations, but on steroids. This is exactly what I've been saying we should do for years. Just have a medium channel the spirit of the deceased and say, hey, who is the murderer? Guilty! Oh, crap, we got a bad ending. Well, sucks for us. It sucks more for the kid. What, a verdict already? But the trial only just started. Guilty? Oh, there's gotta be some kind of mistake. Please take another look. No. Seances performed by Princess Rafa are infallible. They show only the truth. Crap, she's a bad guy. And see, she had such a neat design. So she's a bad guy doing a fake seance or a fake channeling. What right do you have to question her abilities? But I didn't. He's got a crown. I didn't even notice that. Oh, everything's so shiny and gold. Isn't it ironic that you, a devout adherent of Karanism, would dare doubt her insight? The one downside to it being Gaspin Pain is every time we saw Winston Pain before, he had like a different and worse hairstyle. Oh, that's probably why they switched over to Gaspin, because they probably didn't have the budget to keep redoing his character model every game. And so this way he could have the same design and just say, it's his brother. His brother doesn't change his hairstyle. Non-believers will only be met with suffering in the Twilight Realm, you know. But I didn't do it. Your benevolence, allow me to explain, I beg of you. She seems like a bad guy. I like her design, but she seems like a bad guy. So what should her voice? We can't do the Trucy voice. We can't do the Athena voice. Like, all of my good female voices are taken up already. She's just going to be silent, impudent whelp. She'll be this type of a girl.
There is no merit to be had in indulging in the ramblings born of a criminal's unclean soul.
But what in the world is going on here? The judge made his ruling based on something called a divination seance? What is Albie's attorney doing? He doesn't have one. Look, the desk is empty, bro. Wait a minute. Where is Albie's attorney? Why is this happening? I didn't do anything wrong.
Foolish child. Doubting the divination seance is tantamount to doubting the Holy Mother herself. Ah. Your magistry.
So not majesty, but magistry.
Your magistry, as royal priestess and in the name of the Holy Mother, I command you. Impose the highest penalty against this unclean soul.
As you command, so shall it be done, your benevolence. Yeah, I'm thinking they found an even more dystopian legal system than Japanifornia, except that we should be doing seances, just not like letting a young girl command everybody. Let me read a few more comments in the chat, though. Crystal says, nah, it's from Little John's aunt. Says, please share more pun names, Queen Katie. Queen Katie said, yes, in Maya's village is only female spirit mediums. The males are ditched. Yeah, so that was like a thing then. Says, noted, I'm sure Logan can figure out most of them, but I'm giddy for the Japanese ones. Yes, please share those when they come up. Queen Katie said, it's like My Little Pony named someone Applejack. They work with apples. Or she could have worked with jacks. Like card jacks, or card jacks like with a gun, or jacks like the game, or something like that. Vera said, she is so pretty. Says, welp, our guide is arrested. Queen Katie says, Logan, you just saw the Jesus guy attack the guy. No, the guy had face paint though. Says, what do you mean? But there's still something sus about this girl. I think she's an accomplice. Cause she's like, so she's not the murderer. We saw that guy do the attack. But she seems to be doing a fake channel, or maybe she's like being blackmailed by that guy or something like that. Because he even said like, yes, now I'll make sure that the child takes the blame. And so he obviously planned this, but she seems to be along for the ride. Because obviously she didn't do an authentic seance, right? Yeah? Crystal's laughing, and Garfield said, did you not watch the first cutscene? I did, but I also like don't pay attention to things. So that is possible. Vera said, Logan says, as he actually saw the killer in the beginning. We saw the killer, but we didn't see his best buddy who probably high-fived him right after the camera stopped rolling. So that is what I am assuming happened. As you command, so it shall be done, your benevolence. May her holiness grant us her divine favor. Your Dahara Karain. Your Dahara Karain. Yordihara, Karain, Hara, Yordihara, 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 Hugh O'Connor, Hugh O'Connor, Hugh O'Connor. What? What's happening? Ah! Did I just like presumptuously take? I did. I just ran behind there. Look at me. I am defense lawyer now. Wait just one moment. Ugh, me and my big mouth. Now what? Mr. Wright, what are you doing here, sir? Well, I'm in it now, so I have to do this right. Ha! Your Honor! Your Majesty. Be respectful to the country you're in, Phoenix. It's too soon to give your verdict. This trial has only been underway for a few minutes. Oh, look at his eyes. Excuse me, who on earth are you? Well, an ordinary tourist, Your Honor, just passing through. Wow, they actually did change Phoenix Wright. Did you see how detailed his eyes were when he did that? A tourist, are you? Happy Rocky! Ah, Happy Rocky! But more importantly, where is this boy's defense attorney? A defense attorney? What is that? Whatever are you talking about? He doesn't need a defense attorney. We don't have rights. Wait, what? Of course you wouldn't be aware, being a foreigner and all. But we have no need for defense attorneys here in the Kingdom of Karain. We leave it up to her benevolence's sacred power of spirit communion.
Her divination seances determine all!
What? But surely you see how unfair that is. Although this case is unfair, I feel like it probably has a better track record than Japanifornia's system. I'm gonna cut more comments in the chat though. Let's see, Cookster says, next chapter, I bet there'll be a checks notes, a character named Totes Not the Murderer. And Garfield with a socials command. Yes, so that's the link tree. It's got all this stuff. It's got TikTok, YouTube, Discord, Twitter, all the things. Let's see, Beowulf said, the lack of text skip bugs. Wait, the lack of text skip bugs me with a burning passion. Wait, in this game? And Vera said, you missed out to Beowulf. Quickgator said, also, I'd like to note, they have weapons right here in front of us in this game, and Dual Destinies is rated more? Well, because Dual Destinies had a bomb after the Boston Marathon bombing, and a small girl wading through a gigantic pool of blood. They could be like squirt guns. Just saying, Garfield says save state. I know we got like a whole new bunch of save states. I assumed it was like we had the same bunch of saves for like the entire trilogy. And Bill said, it's stuck on DS to be fair. And Vera said, the duology, please play it when it comes out. Quick8 is also on mobile too, lol. It wasn't that how Logan played it? That's how I played the first Edgeworth Investigations. It's $15 on mobile. I don't know if it is still like, if you're still able to do it on there, because for example, Dual Destinies and Spirit of Justice are on mobile as well, but they aren't compatible with modern iOS versions on the iPhone. And so like they're in the Apple store, but unless you have like an iPhone with a really old iOS, you can't play them. So I don't know if it's the same with Edgeworth. I don't know what iOS version I was on back then. But yes, it should still be in the App Store unless they've like pulled it down because the collection coming up. But that's just the first one. The second one isn't out yet. But yeah, you could totally start on that. And it's on mobile. You can do it anywhere, just not while driving. But surely you see how unfair that is? What kind of insane court system are they running here? Hypocrite. You dare mock me, you bob-headed buffoon. If you value your life, you will leave post-haste, or shall I summon the bailiff? Like how there's all this like misty smoke behind her. The bailiff is that big scary dude with the big scary gun, isn't he? See, look at that. I'm sure he would be happy to oblige you with a bullet or two as a souvenir of your travels. Okay, so she's either the bad guy or she's gonna be like an Edgeworth or Franziska type of character who warms up to us as we play. At the cost of an arm and a leg, no doubt. Now hold on, Mr. Wright has nothing to do with any of this. I'll be. I appreciate what you're trying to do, Mr. Wright, but never mind about me. You just go ahead and go see Miss Maya. But forget about me, you have to go now! I'm sure you can find another guide. You know what? He's right. Later, kiddo. There were lots more places I wanted to show you and scam you out of money for. But it looks like I won't get a chance now. I'm sorry! Ah, thank you, Toilet Duck! I will save, thank you, Toilet Duck. Thank you, Toilet Duck. Let's see. Save. Save. Thank you very much, Toilet Duck. He says, the poor kid. He's trying to put on a brave face, but look how terrified he is. And let me read a couple more comments in the chat, though. Let's see. Vera said, yep, the first game. Bill said, not anymore. It's not? It's not in the App Store? Wow. That's sad. Bill said, I'm going to, that's why I'm yelling at him to play DGS before Investigations 2, so I can actually join for those streams. Garfield says, what? Crystal says, yay! There we go, because they gifted sub. Garfield said, holy crap, thanks, man! I know we got some really generous people in this community. It's awesome. I have thought, by the way, tell me what you guys think. Because I remember a while ago, J Hutch VA popped in here and was doing a subathon. You guys were trying to explain to me how subathon worked because I don't even know. Where the idea is that every time you get a sub, you have to keep going for like a certain amount of time. Would you guys be interested in if I created some type of a penalty / prize / dare wheel of like 50 different random things? And it's like, do like a quote unquote subathon stream where every time there's a sub, we spin the wheel and whatever it lands on, I have to do that in the stream. We could even have like the community submit ideas for stuff for the wheel. The problem is, like, a lot of you are already subbed in our regular, so you wouldn't be able to sub. I guess you could do gifted subs, those would count. But let me know what you guys think about that. Weekend said, so remember how Pain left during the credits of Dual Destinies? Garfield says, yup. Galp says, no problem. Spitfire! Vero, can you do a shout out for Spitfire? Said, ooh, we're up to the game. I only got halfway through now. Yes! We're just starting this off here. Actually, I don't know if Vero is lurking, so I might have to do the shout out myself for you. But how are you doing, Spitfire? I don't know how far behind I am, so I don't know if you're still here or not. Oh. Ah, there's the shout out. Wait, is this the same League of Legends clip from before? This will give me an opportunity to have a nice sip of water. That's right, water. Keeping peeps alive for all time. But how you doing, Spitfire? So good to see you here. And Vera says Edgeworth chased him off. Queen K said, also question, should this judge be a time traveler too? You know what? If he's gonna be a time traveler, he is Judge Udgy in disguise, like back from the future to come back in time and be a judge in two places at once. I'm gonna decide that. Yeah. The poor kid, he's trying to put on a brave face, but look how terrified he is. What can I do? What should I do? Can we actually leave? Hang on. Safe. Can we get a bad ending, like, right off the bat? Because obviously we're gonna defend the kid, but the funnier thing is to just go find Maya. Let's go find Maya. Let's leave the kid to his fate. Huh. Well, the whole reason I came to this country was to see Maya. And I'm just an outsider here, with no knowledge of the way they do things. But I'm still a defense attorney first and foremost. I can't just let a verdict be handed down with nobody standing in Albie's corner. You jerk! You gave me the illusion of choice again. If Albie doesn't have a defense attorney, then I'll be your defense attorney. Ha ha ha, I'll do it. Ha! I'll defend him. Defend him? You can't be serious. Gasp, did you hear that? Is he out of his mind? Heaven forbid! Defend me, Mr. Wright! What are you saying? You can't do that. That is literally blasphemy. We're gonna stone you to death outside the courtroom after this. I most certainly can. Don't worry, I'm quite used to tackling all sorts of trials. Did they change Phoenix's model too, right? Like the details look so different than the last game. Besides, can you imagine how furious Maya would be if I let anything happen to you? Mr. Wright! Oh, I should have checked to see if there were costumes for this game too. Does this one have costumes also? You are but a naive tourist, ignorant of our ways. But if you are smart, you will heed my advice. Do not pursue this matter any further. Joke's on him. I'm not smart. Looks like defending somebody is easier said than done in this country. Bailiff, throw this man out. Hold it. Huh? Oh, is Winston Payne want his chance for revenge against us? Your Majesty, if you please. Is he actually going to help us get on the case? So Winston Payne is going to, or Gaspin, I keep forgetting it's his brother. Gaspin Payne is going to indirectly save the day on this. You have something to say, Mr. Payne? Why not allow it, Your Majesty? Why not have him defend the accused? It could prove very interesting. Right, Phoenix? Right? Right. Mr. Whoever you are. You don't remember Gaspin Payne? Prosecutor, are you acquainted with this traveler? Is he going to call us like his long-standing rival or something? That's Chief Prosecutor, Your Majesty, and yes, I am acquainted with him. He's a defense attorney from my native land. I've had dealings with him in the courtroom before. Wait, is that an official Karenese saying? Heavens to Betsy. What, Mr. Wright? You're a defense attorney? That's illegal in this country, I'm assuming, based on everyone's reaction. Wait, he's on a crate. I didn't even notice the kid is on a crate. That's great.
A defense attorney? Well, this is a shock. They were all bred to extinction. Selective breeding. Did not allow it. If you're born, you turn into a fence attorney, you are not allowed to procreate.
You may be surprised to hear that I have more than 10 years of experience, 7 of which I was disbarred. I guess there aren't all that many lawyers around here.
Your Majesty, would you kindly allow us to proceed in the manner of my old country? But Mr. Payne, I've already made a ruling in this case. Call it nostalgia, if you will, but I am most eager to give it a try. You can still execute the child afterward. This will not be legally binding. We're toying with his life. But I have a previous engagement, you see. A class together with the missus. We're learning to make erotic pottery.
Your Majesty, I agree we should have a whack at it. It sounds amusing. A score of years have passed since we last saw a defense attorney in this courtroom. A score? As in 20 years? What's the deal with this country? Oh. Mr. Payne, I want that barbed head brought to me on a stick.
As you wish, Your Benevolence. I, Chief Prosecutor Payne, will see to it myself.
She seems so neat in that dance, in that opening cutscene. Now she's being a jerk. Let me read some more comments in the chat, though. Crap, where did I leave off? Gallop says, wow, only on to this game. Crystal says yes to Queen Katie. Crystal says, when in doubt, accuse Maya, yes! Because, somebody was bound to accuse her some eventually. Anyone who's been accused that many times of murder has done a murder. Where there's smoke, there's a Maya murdering somebody. Garfield said, I think this guy should have an actual old man voice. I don't know if I can do an actual old man voice. Like, Judge Udgy started out with my attempt at doing like an old-timey prospector. Like an old 49er type of a man panning for gold in them thar hills. I don't know what he morphed into. But crap, I don't know if I can do a real old man. Queen said, Twitch is not giving me a good time with clips. Won't play for me before I publish it. Well, it's a spoiler clip, so I can't complain right now. Oh, wait, spoiler clip? Did I say something have I said something that was, I haven't been paying attention to what I've been saying. Have I accidentally said something that was like, because I don't think I've guessed anything for realsies. Maybe I did a joke guess that was real, that was right. Garfield said, Logan, bro, did you not see the intro cutscene? It was not Rafa. I know it wasn't her. But I'm just saying she could be an accomplice. Or she could just be a jerk. Either way, Queen Katie said, why not Maya, but mean? Well, I assume Maya's gonna show up since it's all about seeing her, so we gotta do Maya's voice for Maya. I both miss the Maya voice and dread doing it again. Crystal says, her design reminds me of Meilin Lee from Cardcaptor Sakura. I've never actually seen Cardcaptor Sakura, but I know I've seen what, is she the friend with the dark long hair? Crystal says, somehow. Spitfire says, all my good female voices are taken up already, me at all times, even if I'm not voice acting. Just like driving to work, things like, man, I sure could go for a good female voice, but it's already used up at the moment. Garfield said, by the way, Rafa am I saying right, Rafa? Should have the voice of a queen. It's like, Rafa, the Queen of England. Oh, Rafa, is this the voice you wish her to have? Oh. Is that really the voice we want Rafa to have? Let me know, chat. And Galp says, Applejack liquor. Is that a type of liquor? And a pin message from Vero immediately appears just in all caps. No. So apparently, I'm sorry. Apparently we cannot have her being the queen. Oh. Well, darn it. I tried, but thank you, Vero, for that executive decision there. Okay, as you wish, Your Benevolence, I, Chief Prosecutor Payne, will see to it myself. Very well, Mr. Payne. If that is what you and Her Benevolence want, I will acquiesce. Acquiesce is a good word. People don't use that enough. As for the defense, I hope you are prepared for every eventuality. Oh, I bet. I'm gonna make a guess here. I bet the reason why they haven't seen defense lawyers for so long is that if a client is found guilty, that they execute the lawyer too. So I bet the whole thing is that adds like extra personal stakes to it for Phoenix, that if we lose the case, he will also get convicted and executed. Every eventuality? What's he talk about? There, are you satisfied now, Mr. Right? Oh, so that's why Payne wants this. He wants, wait. Because we beat him in one single court case, because this is Gaspin Payne, this ain't Winston Payne. He wants us dead? He lost a case to us where he was accusing an innocent person of murder. Like, we proved that. Juniper Woods was innocent. Factually, objectively speaking, and because of that, because we got an innocent girl acquitted of a crime she did not commit, he gonna try and kill us. Wow. Yes, thank you, Mr. Payne. And sorry for not remembering you earlier. That's Chief Prosecutor, or the Incredible Payne, as I'm also known in this country. He is an incredible pain in my neck. And you'll see soon enough just why that is when you're forced to capitulate to me before this very court of law. Why is he so strangely confident? And not only that, but what's with the gallery? Death. Just you watch, that defense attorney will try and twist the truth. You can bet on it. Get him, Chief Prosecutor. Crush that defense, Jello. This is way more lawyer hate than even back home. Gavel slam. Now, if you would please give your opening argument once again, Mr. Payne. Certainly, Your Majesty. I'm just the fact that the judge is able to say, like, all right, if you say so, we'll do the trial over. I don't think judges in... What is this music? I don't think judges, like in the United States, if someone comes in and says, hey, judge, can you do that trial over? And just go, all right, sure, let's start over. Taking a mulligan. Let's see. Gallup said, already read that. Quick 80 said, question mark. Man literally said, I'm going to blame the child of this man. Oh, the child of this man who just fell down. Oh, the death of this man, excuse me. I read ahead. The death of this man who just fell down onto a child. Yes, he did say that. But I thought, like, the girl, her benevolence, she looked young. Maybe she's not young. Maybe it's just her design. She looked young. I thought maybe she was like 15 or 16 or something like that. Maybe, who knows? Maybe she's like 30. Maybe in Kurain, they all age very, very gracefully. But she could still be an accomplice. I'm just saying. Quickita said, newer Phoenix model. Also, I implore you to check costumes after this trial. Okay, so we'll wait after this trial, and then we will check costumes. Please remind me when that happens. Crystal says, gosh, Phoenix, you're so embarrassing. Vera says, secondhand embarrassment. Crystal says, for real. In justice we trust. Okay, let's play a little bit more. The accused is charged with 2 crimes, larceny and murder. Then why was he found guilty of treason? You dingus. I know math. Larceny plus murder does not equal treason. Oh, that was the thing that it looked like the guy hit the victim over the head with. Yesterday, the founder's orb was stolen from the treasure room of the Temple Temple. In addition to the theft, 2 other things were discovered in the treasure room. The dead body of Mr. Patrol. Was he on patrol? Temple security guard, he was on patrol. Mr. Patrol. Mr. Patrol. Okay, we're doing this. And the empty treasure box that housed the orb, which Mr. Roll was in charge of guarding. We believe that Mr. Roll was murdered by the thief who stole the treasure. Okay, so he was clobbered over the head, but so why is his hand all bloody? I feel like that's the type of thing that, like, if you got enough blunt force trauma to the head to kill you, wouldn't that... Maybe it wasn't instant. Maybe it was like, ow, oh, that really hurt. Let me lay down. Oh, I'm so tired. Gonna take a nap. I don't care if I have a concussion. Oh, I should not have fallen asleep. And then he died that way. And it's on the back of his hand, too. Like, how would you... Why is there blood on the back of his hand? Oh, here we go. Pin comment from Fear. This is gonna be trivia about Patrol's name. His Japanese name comes from Mimawaru Hito. Okay, Hito I know means person. So Waru, I don't know what that is, which translates to patrolman. Okay, so Mimawaru probably means patrol, and then Hito, man, referring to his occupation. It may also be related to the phrase Aru Hito Mite. Okay, Hito is person. Mite, that sounds like a form of the verb for to see. And so like he saw that or something like that. Which translates to seeing some people, a reference to watching out for suspicious looking individuals. I'm glad that I'm able to like use a little bit of my Duolingo to try and get bits and bobs of those things. Still not enough that I'd ever be able to have an actual conversation in Japanese, but I appreciate that. Thank you very much, Vero and Queen Katie. And let's see, Queen Katie was saying, wow, I just noticed the detail on Wright's ear. Why? Wait, well, what detail on his ear? It's just very detailed ear. Does he have a earring or something? Queen Katie is a true colon. Wow, 2 bullets. Thanks, Daddy. I know, maybe that's what they just meant. Maybe that's a nice like tourist thing. It's like, you know how like some gift shops will have like commemorative spoons with like the name of the state that you visit and a little design carved into them? Maybe they have commemorative bullets. I don't know. Crystal says, laughing. Queen Katie says, plus we have Batman. Oh, that's true, but I don't want Batman on to ever feel obligated to have to show up to a stream and to gift some subs. But just let me know if that type of a thing is something you'd be interested in. Vera said, does a shout out for Spitfire. Spitfire says, I gotta delete League of Legends. Did you used to play a lot? Do you still play a lot of it? No worries if you do. It's a very popular game. Oh, another pin message, pinned by Vero. Crystal saying, love the very pun fact. It's like a fun fact. It's a pun fact. I like that. I like that a lot. All right, let's play a little bit more, and then we will read some more. Read some more in the chat in a minute after we read some more in the game. It just depends on what I'm reading. Both are just a book that I'm story timing for y'all. We believe that Mr. Roll was murdered by the thief who stole the treasure. To kill a guard armed with a gun. Oh, what a terrifyingly bold act. I couldn't agree more, Your Majesty. Please allow me to submit as evidence the victim's autopsy report and crime photo. Okay, I also have a question, by the way, because the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, that takes place like in the past, in like an ancient China or no, ancient Japan, probably ancient Japan. Yeah, because it's Phoenix Wright's ancestor, so it'd be ancient Japan setting, right? I wonder if like the assets that they use for like the courtroom are just this with new textures skinned onto, because this looks like it's designed to be like an ancient China thing. Oh, maybe that's why they're doing it here, because didn't the first Great Ace Attorney Chronicles game come out before this? And so maybe they did that, and maybe these are reskinned of those assets. But okay, so we're gonna finally get to see our court record. We couldn't access this before. Roll's autopsy report added to the court record. Time of death is just around noon. His head shows signs of being hit with a blunt object. Crime photo added to the court record. The temple's treasure room. The body was discovered at the base of the stairs to the altar. It's been a long time since we've had evidence presented in court as well. It's kind of refreshing, actually. We may rely on the power of the seances, but our police still carry out investigations. I love the shine. Thus, any proof I provide is indisputable. Oh, really? Well, forgive me if I don't just take your word for it. I can check the evidence out myself by looking in the court record. So we finally got it, so we can check out stuff. So we got our badge. We got, this is the Song of Ceremony lyrics we got before. Oh, it's not the lyrics. Oh yeah, it is the lyrics. Song of Ceremony. When dragon and tiger battle, the founder offers divine protection. So this is gonna be evidence at some point. When the butterfly embraces the Mitama. Is a Mitama, is that kind of like the Magatama that we have? Maybe that's the other side, because it looks like one half of a yin yang, so maybe that's the reverse of it. The favor of the orb is bestowed. So it's talking about the founder's orb that was stolen. Autopsy report, let's read it. Time of death, April 23rd, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Cause of death, cerebral contusion from a head injury. So it doesn't say whether it was instantaneous or not. And we see the photo and all that. That's good. Can we look at people? There we go. I'll be your guide. The defendant, this industrious young man, is both a monk in training and a Koreanese tour guide, age 9. It is gasp and pain. I wonder if, like, Winston Payne is ashamed of his brother that he fled the country. A prosecutor from back home. Though what he's doing here as Karane's chief prosecutor is beyond me. Age 56. And Patrol, the victim in this case, he guarded the treasure room treasure and was killed by the thief who stole it. Age 32. We'll see just how thorough you and your police were, Mr. Payne. It's such a deplorable crime! The audacity of stealing the sacred treasure of Her Holiness, our founding mother! It's a crime that strikes at the very heart of our nation! Okay, so he's more upset with, so because it's a sacred treasure, that's why it's treason? And so he's more upset with that than the murder? Exactly, Your Majesty. We mustn't let the culprit get away with these heinous deeds. Indeed, such deeds are best described as treason against the crown. Oh, so the reason why he has a crown is because he's the chief prosecutor? Because he's like in charge of that? Is this treasure really such a valuable object? How can you even ask such a thing? Of course it is. Why, sealed within this treasure is the very soul, the Mitama of the Holy Mother. So are we preventing her from going on to the afterlife? Oh, or maybe that's like what empowers all the Karane channelers, and so if it gets destroyed or released, they'll no longer be able to channel ghosts, because we know that that's actually real. Maya literally does channel ghosts. Like, this isn't just some weird old backwoods superstition stuff. Like this, their powers are real. Her soul is sealed within the treasure? I think I'll take that with a grain of salt. Dude, you've seen ghosts. Your 2 employees have superpowers. You don't believe it, do you? Oh, of course I believe it. Something tells me I better play along. This kind of irreverence is exactly why I dislike defense attorneys so much. Your Honor, your Majesty. What is it now? This treasure. I've never seen it. So it's a little hard for me to imagine. Could I see a photo of it or something? Of all the outlandish requests, your defense attorneys are truly beyond the pale. You can't take a photo of sacred objects. That steals their souls. He's been getting awfully angry with me, and are those veins popping out of his forehead? Let me read a couple more comments in the chat here. Let's see, Chris was saying laughing. I already read that. Spitfire, read that. Queen Kate is, yes, there are costumes and they're amazing, especially Phoenix's. Is Phoenix gonna be a costume that's available? Because like, what else is he at? We have Feeny, we got Phoenix. What other, are we gonna see him like dressed up as Edgeworth or something? What other type of costume could he have? Did he have a different costume in like the Professor Layton games? Because aren't those like an alternate universe or something? And a clip from Gallup. Let me load this one up in the clip viewer. And let me check this out. So we can put up on the clip viewer so we can all watch it together. As always, first clip of the night takes just a little bit longer to load up than subsequent clips will. This clip from Gallup is titled, I Will Defend You, Kid. Let's see what this is. Ha! I'll defend him. Defend him? You can't be serious. Gasp, did you hear that? Is he out of his mind? Heaven forbid! Defend me, Mr. Ryan! What are you saying? You can't do that! That is literally blasphemy! We're gonna stone you to death outside the courtroom after this! That's what it seemed like by that reaction. I most certainly... I'm sticking by that guess, and I'm also guessing that defense attorneys, if their client gets convicted, that they get executed as well. Crystal says, not only were you embarrassing for just coming to the foreign court, you tricked us into believing that we could go see Maya immediately. I know, I was tricked into thinking Maya would be accused of murder. I was so disappointed. Crystal said, shame on you, Phoenix. Quickhead said, he's the chief? Huh. And then Crystal doing a sticking out tongue face. Garfield said, by the way, Rafa's voice should be a voice of a more royal queen. Well, I did a very royal queen. Was that, I could always do the pepper pot voice we gave to, oh crap, what was her name? Back in Danganronpa V3, it was the maid, the ultimate maid. We also gave it to Basil's caretaker. Was her name Holly, I think, in Omori? Oh yes, how are you doing today? I'm a queen. Apparently this is more preferable for Reina as a voice. Oh yes. So we can do that if you insist. if you insist. Quick said, oh, right. As it happens, Rafa's name is the same in Japanese, apparently. Okay, so it probably doesn't have a pun that I'll be able to tell. And I'm guessing it might be a spoiler anyway, but hopefully we can figure it out later. Garfield said, listen to the voice samples and try to recreate it the best way possible. If only that was my process for this stuff, then like it'd probably be more accurate, but I don't know. I just do stuff that makes me happy. Gallup said, Applejack is a strong alcoholic drink produced from apples, popular in the American colonial era. Oh, I did not know that. I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna sound like such an idiot, a naive child. Whenever I hear Applejack, I think Applejack's the cereal, the breakfast cereal. So Applejack is an alcoholic beverage, not just a delicious breakfast cereal. I don't drink. I'm sorry. I don't drink and I'm not colonial. So I feel like those two things kind of inoculate me from that information. But thank you very much, Gallup. I appreciate that. Quick said Payne was basically saying death defeated. Right, he was. Mirror said bro got his pride. I know, and I am still, based on you guys' reaction, I'm feeling even more confident in that guess right there. I am certain that that's what the every eventuality thing is. And let me read one more. Quick said for the case where the word, and I quote, Fanty was said. Yeah, because it was bum rap Briny and what was it, false evidence Fanty or something like that? I don't know, this is the elephant. He's been getting awfully angry with me, and are those veins popping out of his forehead? It's forbidden for anyone outside of the royal family to view the treasure itself. They say that anyone without the proper spiritual power would be blinded instantly. Again, that could be true. The whole ghost thing is real in this universe, but that also raises the question of like how they'll be able to recover it. Well, I guess they'll just find someone with the royal family to be able to ID it. Or I guess if you have an object that like is causing people to go blind from looking at it, that might be a hint that you found the right thing. That is why the average person has never seen the treasure, Mr. Wright. I guess there are national treasures that are off limits to the public back home too. For the benefit of the shamelessly uninformed defense, let me share this newspaper article. Oh, it's all written in some other language. Oh, and that's the butterfly that was mentioned in the lyrics, right? So the lyrics were saying at the end, when the butterfly embraces the Mitama, the favor of the orb is bestowed. Oh, so it's probably like a hint on how to open the orb when the butterfly embraces the Mitama, because the Mitama, I'm assuming, is like a Magatama thing. That's got to be this thing in the front. So when the butterfly, I bet what it does, it rotates around, and I bet when you slap the lock on top of the butterfly, then that like unlocks it somehow. Cause like, look, there's this bar going across. You guys can see my cursor, right? You can see the bar right there. That probably is like a swivel point or something. Well, let's take a look at the, cause it's open in the photo where he's dead. And, oh, you see it's on top of something, just flowers to the left of it. So let's take a look again at this here. And flowers on the one side of, oh yeah, definitely, because there's the butterfly there, flowers, and this looks like flower, yes! Because, right, so what you do is you probably rotate around, I'm probably wrong, but I feel proud of myself. I'm gonna feel so proud of myself if I am correct about this. It includes photos taken about 8 years ago when the treasure was unearthed. These are the only public photos of the outer box in existence. Yes, these three photos are the only photos of the outer box in existence. Certainly, no other photos of the outer box exist. Yes. Yes, Chief Prosecutor Gaspin Payne. That story totally checks out. Oh, I guess they're public photos. They're public photos. I guess the crime scene photo you're not publishing to the public, but still. What's more, the treasure box only leaves the temple treasure room but once a year for a special New Year's rite that takes place at the palace. At midnight, we all smooch it. We're getting it on with the Holy Mother, calling her Mommy. Therefore, this treasure box has only ever been seen by a handful of people. Treasure box added to the court record, forced open and its contents stolen. The average person can only see it in this newspaper article. I hear there's been a string of thefts lately of historic artifacts from the temple. Then they should have increased security, bro. Right, Your Majesty, inexcusable thievery of precious national treasures for personal gain. And the culprit is the accused.
So he used his position as monk in training to get his hands on the treasure. Is that it? The accused family is by no means wealthy. To help with family finances, he works as a tour guide in addition to his aesthetic training. Okay, so I guess that makes us sympathize with him for scamming us out of money. Let me read some more comments in the chat because I am still very far behind. Crap, where did I leave off? Quick Katie said, oh, that was the trivia about the name we already read. Vera says, amazing comment. Spitfire said, the Great Ace Attorney is pretty different, although I've only started the second game in that series. I do want to eventually play it, but I'm really eager to play Edgeworth Investigations. Vera said, a good difference. I so loved the Great Ace Attorney. Quick Katie said, honestly, with how much we improved on Ace Attorney, I'll be so excited and happy for the day AA7 comes out someday in the distant future. Vera said, make an AA7 a first-person shooter? Oh, Val Felice, how you doing? Said, did Phoenix travel to another world or something? Pretty much. He's out of town. He's in another country. But this almost does feel like an isekai. It's like one of those isekai. It's like a Wizard of Oz type of isekai. Is Wizard of Oz an isekai? Dorothy gets isekai not by a truck, but by a tornado. Is that? Anyway, but where she goes to another world, but all the characters that she sees in Oz, they're played by the same actors as everybody back home. So it's the same thing. So we've isekai to another country, and look, there's Gaspin Payne, and there's Judge Udgy as a different guy. So yes, that I think is how it is. Also, it looks like I am slowly catching up to chat. I'm actually getting very close. I'm impressed. But how you doing, Val Felice? It is good to see you. Welcome. It's been a hot minute. How have you been? Well, with family finances, he works as a tour guide in addition to his aesthetic training. His gavel seems so much more quiet than Judge Udgy's. Oh, maybe that's because I turned down the volume on sound effects because they were so loud in the hustle and bustle of the town. Thank you for giving an excellent outline of the case, Mr. Payne. Now then, no more questions from the defense, I presume? What? No, I do have questions. Even more? But you just asked a bunch. Oh, well, make it snappy. My class starts in just a few short minutes. What? He's still planning on going to that thing? You know, sometimes you need to, even being as married, as long as he's been married, you still gotta take time out for date night with the missus. There's still a lot I don't know about the case. I should ask now while I have the chance. Let's see, what else do I need to know more about? Well, let's save just in case. I assume we'll get to ask all three of these things. But let's save just in case. So we can do the crime scene, the weapon, or the motive. I guess we can ask the motive. I assume it's just that like he's poor and wants to sell the artifact on the black market. Let's just start at the top and work our way down. The crime scene, because we know we saw from the photo the weapon is the case, and the motive is probably just going to be to sell it or something. So let's talk about the crime scene. Mr. Payne, where did the crime take place? What? As I already stated, it was in the treasure room of the temple. Yeah, but tell me about the room, bro. Oops, that's right. Have you even been paying attention? Not really. These lying lawyers, not only do they lack morals, but memory too. He apparently has all the brain power of a barnyard chicken, Your Majesty. I thought they would tell us more about it. Ho ho ho! That explains why he has a crest like a rooster. No matter where I go in the world, the insults are always the same. Ha! Your Majesty, please let me try again. Let's see, what else do I need to know more about? We're just gonna go through all of them. It's gonna be the motive, but let's just make them more mad. Mr. Payne, what was the murder weapon? The murder weapon was the treasure box itself. The empty treasure box left at the scene had a large blood stain on it. How utterly reprehensible, using the sacred treasure box for murder! Ooh, okay, so there is a bunch more we're getting here. So what does A stand? Oh, that's probably Albie. The accused came to the treasure room with the express purpose of stealing the treasure. He climbed the altar stairs and snatched the box, ready to abscond with it. Oh, and that's, what was it, Pat Roll? But he was discovered by Mr. Roll, who had come to the room in the course of his rounds. After After walloping Mr. Roll on the head with a treasure box, the accused forced the bloodied housing open and made off with the treasure inside. I mean, that in and of itself is impressive. If you honestly think a little kid, first of all, he's tiny. He's a little guy. He's got to reach really high to clobber the back of that guy's head. And second of all, he's got to have the strength. He's just a little guy. He's probably not very strong. And third of all, if he's being confronted, like, how did he get the back of his head? The accused forced the bloodied housing open and made off with the treasure inside. Treasure box updated in the court record. The murder weapon off limits to the public. Photos of the paper are the only ones of it in existence. Its contents were stolen. But the defendant is just a little boy. He's just a little guy. He's just a little guy. I hardly think he'd be able to hit the victim, a grown man, on the head. There was a stepping stool there. Well, very good point, Mr. Wright, but I'm afraid that won't help you. At the time of the crime, the accused was on the stairs leading up to the altar. Oh, so he had the high ground. It was a whole Obi-Wan and Anakin thing. The accused's elevated position would more than make up for their difference in stature. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. You know, Payne is actually doing a half-decent job. Oh, Mr. Payne, your reasoning is flawless. Oh, what an elegant argument. Hats off to you, Chief Prosecutor. I won't literally do that because I am self-conscious about my head. Not the baldness. It's the shape. It has corners. And we're still backwards enough to believe in phrenology! Your title is obviously well earned. Well, the accused's guilt is certainly conclusive. Unless there is anything else, I am ready to announce my verdict. Oh, I don't get to ask about the motive? Very well. In that case, I find the accused. Oh, just one moment, Your Majesty. Don't you think you're rushing the verdict just a little bit? He's late for his class, bro. I told you, I have plans to attend to and... Whoa! Ah! I'm late! It's already started! How did the time fly by so fast? My wife is gonna divorce me! I was on thin ice already! I've been sleeping on the couch for the last 6 months! It is an unhappy marriage! We went to our marriage counseling! This was a last-ditch effort to patch things up! You've ruined my life! There's no way I'll get custody of our kids, even though I'm this old! Yes, we have born children in our twilight years! He's still stuck on that? Just let the marriage go, bro. Ha! We haven't even heard the defendant's side of the story yet. Your Majesty, the defense asserts its right to cross-examine the defendant. Yeah, have we asked if he has an alibi? Huh? Cross-examine? What does that mean in this country? Huh? Did I say something funny? Cross-examine the... Cross-examine? The? What do these words mean? What do you mean, what do I mean? I seem to have some dim recollection of the process, but I can't quite recall. Oh, that's why they're doing this. It's their narrative device to justify treating this like a tutorial. Is that they haven't had defense attorneys there, so that Phoenix will have to explain how this works to the judge, but really he's explained to any player who hasn't done this game before, or a game in the series before. Little wonder, a so-called defendant hasn't been questioned in over 20 years. Should I even be surprised anymore? Anyway, I demand we let the defendant, or the accused, tell his side of the story. Is that really necessary? Of course it is necessary, Your Majesty. What harm could it do? I say we allow the boy to speak, Your Majesty. Well, they do say it's usually a bad idea for a defendant to testify. Though I doubt he'll have anything of relevance to say. Oh, how kind of you, Your Royal Payne-ness. Very well. As long as it's okay with you, Mr. Payne. My wife is leaving me, and I'm gonna be honest, you were already my hall pass. Oh, I'm already hopelessly late for my class anyway. In that case, the prosecution calls the accused back to the witness stand. Whoa, but before we do, I better call my wife and apologize for missing that class. Any objections? This is how big my eyes are right now. Looking at you, Phoenix Wright.
Go for it, your majesty. Oh, are we taking a full-on recess for that? Oh, no. Okay, we're just going back here. We are over an hour and a half into the stream, and we're just now getting to our first cross-examination. Wow, let me read a couple comments in the chat, though. Crystal says, Phoenix, you have superpowers. Exactly that. He even has, I mean, his power is like the Magatama, so it's like, oh, I guess it's the same as like saying Green Lantern has superpowers, because it's like technically the Lantern Ring, but I mean, he has like good willpower stuff. Quick Hit is a Phoenix, you've seen Maya and Pearl channel your dead mentor multiple times. Quick Hit says 1:24:10. Wow, okay, so I am, wait, I'm like 20 minutes behind, but I'm actually not that far behind in the chat. I'm getting close. I'm getting close to catch up. I think I can catch up pretty soon. Cookster says, Logan gives off youth pastor energy. Okay, had you mentioned, was it you that mentioned this before? Somebody else a few streams ago said that same thing, that I give off youth pastor energy. I mean, I have been a Sunday school teacher before. And so I think that, I mean, I don't talk about religion in this stream. I am a religious individual. Is that a bad thing? Quick Katie said, quote, I don't drink. Is that so? I don't, oh, and then you hydrate. This is water. I don't drink alcohol. I drink water, juice, chocolate milk, soda, stuff like that. But thank you very much for the hydrate command, Queen Katie. I will do that right now. Thank you. Vera says to Cookster, I see it. But again, I need to know, is that a bad thing? Or is that going to be just something that we lump up on top of the pile of reasons why Logan is chronically single? Because the ladies don't dig that youth pastor energy. Oops. I told you guys, in fact, I told you guys the story when this was brought up before. I told y'all that after I graduated from high school, I briefly thought of getting into religious education as a career, but I couldn't because the path I was taking, one of the requirements for men in it was you have to be married. And it was mainly because that you could be working with young people, potentially like teenagers as well as like college students and things like that. And they of course just didn't want any, they wanted to mitigate risks of impropriety. We talked about that before in previous streams about schools and how like frighteningly common it is for bad teachers and things. And so for men, it was just a requirement. You have to be married. And after quite a while of failing at that, it's like, okay, well, I'm obviously never gonna get that career path. So yeah. Let's see, Queen Katie said the newspaper article whose photographer died as soon as they took that picture. Okay, wait. Well, no, because it's just the inside. It's the orb inside that blinds you, right? Or do you think they executed the photographer? It's like, now take the picture of that. Okay, now that you've taken a picture, we execute you for blasphemy of taking a photo. Decapitation. Quick Katie said, wait, no, blind. Never mind. Either way. And there's a clip from Vero. I will check that clip out in a second. Let's do just a little bit more of the game, though. Accused, state your name and occupation again, if you would. I'll be your guide. And my occupation is, I'll be your guide. Wait, is that how my name sounds? This is my first time realizing it. I'm in training to be a monk and I'm a tour guide too. Okay, good on him. We talked before about how usually witnesses don't give their name and occupation, and he just did. That puts him in the upper echelon of witnesses. Yes, why me? Can't we just kill the kid? I mean, we're gonna check the court record again. How old did we say this kid is? 9. 9's old enough to murder. You know, if he's old enough to commit a murder, he's old enough for us to murder him. That sounds like a law in some country. Now, where were we? Cross-examining the defendant, your majesty. Oh, right. Right. Hey, let's do that then. At the defense attorney's insistence, I might add, sigh. Oh, and there's a pin message from Vero saying, oh, they don't if Edgeworth is the prosecutor. Okay, so it's only him. I thought, all this time I thought it was like for every prosecutor, so it's just for our good friend Miles. Thank you, Vero, for that clarification. He sounds a little dispirited. His wife must have given him a piece of her mind. Well, the defense had better get to it and make it quick, if you please.
The defense! Oh, Mr. Wright, I didn't know you were a lawyer.
Well, I am, and I'm here to defend you, Albie. Don't worry. Even if I leave, I'll be back. Seriously, your name is delightful, kid. All you have to do is tell the truth, and you'll be all right.
You tricked me!
What?
If I knew you were a lawyer, I wouldn't have given you that tour. Lawyers are considered unclean here. Because I have spoken to you, like, girls aren't allowed to marry me now. It's the law. Give back that Magatamon I gave you yesterday. You didn't give it to me, you sold it to me, bro.
Albie, what's gotten into you?
Don't talk to me! You disgust me!
Now even Albie's against me, but why?
This must be a new experience for you, Mr. Wright, being loathed by a client.
Oh, you'd be surprised. You would be surprised how many clients can't stand me. Gasping.
Now then, accused, please give the court your testimony. The incident occurred around noon, during the break between the morning and afternoon dances of devotion. I want you to tell the court what you were doing around that time. All right.
And we've only got a few pieces of evidence, so it should be easy to find what the... Oh, this is a new animation. It's fancy. Witness testimony, the accused account. I wonder if they, like, actually made a fake replacement alphabet with those symbols that were appearing there. The accused account. Hey, a new version of the song. Okay, as always, we gotta save. We'll save before we hear it for the first time and save before we do the cross-examine and present evidence. But let's check some more chat now that we got some music playing here. And Vera with a clip. Let me load this up in the clip viewer here so we can all check it out together. This clip from Vero is titled, is titled The Holy Mommy. Crap, I know what this is. Okay, let's check out this clip.
Special New Year's rite that takes place at the palace. At midnight, we all smooch it. We're getting it on with the Holy Mother, calling her Mommy. Special New Year's rite
That's
that
right.
takes place at the palace.
That's right. New Year's with Holy Mommy. Thank you for the clip, Vero. Can we get this? By the way, this trial was the demo for Spirited Justice. I don't quite remember how it went, but it was somewhat different from canon. Oh, kind of like in Danganronpa, they would have like the demo trials. And isn't like Hero always the victim in the demo trials or something? But they're like fake. I think in one of them, didn't like he talk afterwards like, oh, why do I have to be the victim again or something like that. Spitfire says, quote, I think they'll execute us if we lose, end quote. Also, let's just make them more mad. Sounds like a winning strategy to me. When you kick down the door of a courtroom in a foreign country that apparently you know nothing about, I feel like if I was a lawyer and I was visiting another country, I might be just curious enough to like look up a little bit about their legal system. Quick said, gonna grab an ice cream cup. Enjoy your ice cream. I hope it's good flavor. Vera said, Your Honor, he's just a little guy. Unfortunately, as we've learned from other games, starting I think back in Persona 4 Golden, he's just a little guy is not the defense that we think it is. Vera said, the back of my head scares me. Oh, the judge. Saying the judge, back of my head scares me. Crystal says, laughing. Vera said, Judge, you're trauma dumping in court again. I'm sorry, but that's like my favorite thing to do with the judge. Okay, I see there's another clip, but let's go with this, see what the testimony is, and I'll come back and I'll check out that clip in a second. Thank you, Vero, for these clips. I didn't kill Mr. Roll, and I didn't steal the treasure. He asked what you were doing, not what you didn't do, Albie. I'm not allowed to go anywhere near the treasure room. Well, you're also not allowed to commit murder or treason. I've never even seen that treasure box with a green Curides butterfly on it. You know, the treasure box that the public has only seen in these black and white photos. Never seen it with that green butterfly on. Well, I mean, just now, when we were handed this. Oh, except you can't even see the butterfly in this because the lock is blocking it. That's a lock blocker. That's so sad. Sometimes when a man is like just really wanting to unlock something, someone comes along and lock blocks you. Okay, so yeah, That's obviously, they're giving us an easy one. What's the first cross-examine of the game? So, all right. When the incident happened, I was in the hallway planning out my tour route. And that's it. All right. Yeah, were you? So you know what? He's making me think that he may have done a murder. Once again, consistent with our silly little guys. Were you well acquainted with the victim? Yes. He used to chat with me whenever we ran into each other in the temple. Mr. Roll was a monk in training when he was a kid too, you know. I bet Albie looked up to him, literally, because he was taller. But he had to give that up and go to work when his family needed money. That's why he became a guard. Fits also because, you know, his name, Patrol. But at least, I mean, it was either that or gas station attendant because it could be like petrol. I think that's what they call gasoline in the UK. But at least that way he could still stay on in the temple. He was so proud when he was put in charge of guarding the treasure box. He even got to carry the box to the palace for the New Year's rite. The victim's parents apparently both died relatively young. So young, in fact, they both died before he was even born, before he was even conceived. He was an embryo orphan. It was so sad. So Mr. Roll had to support his younger brothers and sisters as well. They were just twinkles in eyes at the orphanage. But even with his job as a security guard, I'm sure things couldn't have been easy for him. It sounds like his circumstances and Albie's were very similar. I just assume Albie's an orphan. He gives off orphan energy. He's got orphan vibe. Not like Batman orphan vibe, but like Oliver Twist orphan vibe. Mr. Roll encouraged me to never give up. Albie, you train hard and make sure you become a monk one day. That is literally what he sounded like. Our voices were nearly identical. Don't end up like me, he say. He was always cheering me on in my training and in my tour guide business too, even with the like unethical practices I have. Why in the world would I kill a nice man like that? I mean, just because he knew that I was breaking the law and how I cheat people out of money, and he always told me never leave witnesses still? Why? Yes, I see you expressed yourself well. Defense, now that you've heard the accused account, are you finally satisfied? If so, let's draw this to an expeditious conclusion. But Your Majesty, I haven't even cross-examined the defendant yet. That wasn't the end of it. It's been so long, I don't rightly recall what this cross-examining thing is about. Please, we've been in this tutorial case for almost 2 hours. Can I go home? A judge who doesn't know what a cross-examination is? What fresh hack is this? I really do wish I could remember how it works. Should I give the judge a refresher on cross-examination? Part of me wants to say no, because I already know how to. But we might see some interesting dialogue in explaining it. Thank you, Toilet. Oh, Toilet Duck, I did, but I'm a good trained Pavlovian dog, so I'm going to save again. Toilet Duck, thank you very much, Garfield. I appreciate that. Let's check out really quickly this other clip from Vero while we're waiting to decide on whether we want to see this tutorial. This clip from Vero is titled Psy ... Again with the kids? All right, let's check this out. I'm late. It's already started. How did the time fly by so fast? My wife is going to divorce me. I was on thin ice already. I've been sleeping on the couch for the last 6 months. It is an unhappy marriage. We went to our marriage counseling. This was a last-ditch effort to patch things up. You've ruined my life. There's no way I'll get custody of our kids, even though I'm this old. Yes, we have born children in our twilight years. He's still stuck on that? Just let the marriage go, bro. I don't know what Judge... Wait, we don't know this judge's name. I was about to call him Judge Udgy, but he's not Judge Udgy. This is a different judge. Does he have like a real name? Are we going to find out his name? Garfield says, is Stream Avatars active? I mean, it's not turned on right now. I mean, I think what do you call it? Integration, the plugin for it, I believe, is like always on because I just don't turn it off when we don't have it. So that way, if I ever like on a whim want to boot it up, it's just rip roaring, raring to go. But it's not going right now. So you might be able to go in and like choose your avatar, but it won't appear right now. Vera said, not for this stream. Nope. Queen Katie said, nope, including the I'll be one. There's 4 cross-examines and 1 special thing. Well, in that case, we have like a little over an hour left in the stream tonight. I don't think we're finishing the tutorial. But yeah, hey. If we're not going to finish it, might as well get this tutorial. I guess I better or we'll never get anywhere. Your Majesty, please allow me to explain the procedure. First, we lawyers listen carefully to a witness's testimony. Then we use Present E to open the court record and examine the evidence. That's right, Judge. There are hidden buttons that are pressed that you can't even see. And why would you do that? To find and present R any evidence that's inconsistent with the statements given. Present! It's not even my birthday. Oh, hey, I certainly don't need any gifts from you. See, puns apparently cross the boundaries of the language barriers that should be there between Japanifornia and Kingdom of Khura'in. Clearly, something is getting lost in translation with His Majesty. No, if there was something lost in translation, he wouldn't have gotten the pun. The point is, it's possible that a statement could contain a lie or a mistake. But what do you do if you can't find any inconsistencies in a witness's testimony? In that case, we may press Q by pressing Q the witness for more information. Pressing a statement might reveal new information or even entirely new statements. Presenting evidence is one thing, but pressing witnesses? I'll have you know, defense, that I do not allow violence in my courtroom. Also, maybe like he won't take away hit points from us. Rest assured, only gentle verbal pressure is used. It's just verbal abuse we commit. No physical force involved. Well, I'm not convinced. After all, who knows what sort of tactics an attorney will resort to? I hope by the end of this trial, he realizes I was wrong to judge you. Defense attorneys are wonderful people. One false move and I'll call the bailiff and he'll shoot you, but not in the courtroom because I don't allow violence in the courtroom. The hallway is for violence. Yeah, something's definitely getting lost in there. For now, I should just focus all of my energy on questioning Albie and comparing his statements with the information in the court record. Yay. Oh, that was just dramatic. The accused account. Okay, so we know how this is gonna go. Oh, this is our hit point meter? Is 5 weird little wispy ghost spirits? Okay. Well, as always, we save, and then even though we already know what statement it's gonna be, it's the one where he says the green butterfly. We'll show the pictures of black and white. I wanna press every statement just to see what new content we have. But first, let me read a couple more comments in the chat. Garfield was saying to Vera, Vera said, they don't do it if Edgeworth is a prosecutor. Beowulf says, the uncanny Jeffrey voice, though. Jeffrey voice? Beowulf, please elaborate the uncanny Jeffrey voice. Quickity said, also, random fun fact, Albie is currently now our youngest defendant to date so far, or in the series so far. We can beat it. If they do Ace Attorney 7, we need to defend a baby. There needs to be a baby that they're trying to execute. And I don't mean like a 3-year-old, I'm a little guy. I mean an infant. I mean fresh out of that womb. Baby. Vera says, Quickity, that's sad. Beowulf said, my second favorite cross-examine theme. Quickity said, the ice cream cup is Blue Bunny soft serve. It's pretty neat. So is that vanilla? Says, it's so weird though. Last year, me and Mom got the big container of the same thing. We both got sick at the same time. Maybe had it spoiled? Had it turned sour? And Garfield says, yes, and remember to save. Thank you again very much for that. Oh crap, and Vera with an ad quote, we've been in this tutorial case for 2 hours. Can I go home? Joke's on you, I'm technically already home. But okay, let's play a little bit more here. I didn't kill Mr. Roll and I did it.
TTS, actually, manga is in Japanese.
Actually, manga is in Japanese. And you, oh crap, what was? Oh, Jeffrey from Class of 09. Is that who Beowulf was talking about? And his whole thing about how his manga books, which shows that he was such a poser. and talking about how they read from right to left and everything like that. Now I get it. I'm going to assume that that's who Beowulf was talking about. Okay, Jeffrey. That game, boy howdy, that game was something else. That was something. All right, let's keep going. So thank you, Crystal, for the TTS and for the explanation. And we are now officially just passing the 2-hour mark. So if anybody has ideas for raid suggestions for later on when we pass the 3-hour mark, you know, feel free to let me know. I didn't kill Mr. Roll, and I didn't steal the treasure. I believe you didn't do either of those things, Albie. You do? But you're a lawyer, of course you'd say that. Oh, that's probably why he hates us, is he's probably read all like the anti-defense lawyer propaganda and thinks that we're like a lying scoundrel. Now, there's no need for that. He's right, lawyers always claim their client is innocent even if they have to lie. Okay, that is true. Just like you're doing right now, accused. Except to be fair, in Phoenix's defense, you can check like all of the court records of every case he's done. The one and only time he had a guilty client, he got that client convicted. Just saying. Don't lump me with that lawyer. I'm not lying. I didn't steal anything and I didn't kill anybody. I'm not allowed to go anywhere near the treasure room. Hold it. You're not allowed to go near the treasure room? Why is that? And also ask, like, by whom? I'm guessing it's just by the temple itself. Oh, and I just barely knows who was it. Was it Crystal or Queen Katie or Vera or somebody who's talking about how detailed his ear is? His ear is very detailed. It's almost eerie. It's a rule of the temple. They keep a lot of important things in that room. Yes, like the founder's orb in particular. Only the royal family may lay eyes on it. Didn't Mr. Payne say anyone without spiritual power would go blind? Isn't that also a thing of like the Elder Scrolls in like Skyrim and things like that? Isn't that a whole thing that if like you don't have the proper something for it, you go blind? Or am I misremembering that? I heard you wouldn't be blinded if you just looked at the outer treasure box. I heard. But I've never been anywhere near the treasure room. I'm just too scared. Just thinking about it, I just peed. I just peed right now. Don't double check, just trust me. Trust me, there is urine off screen below. You gotta believe me. I've never even seen that treasure box with the green Curides butterfly on it. Let me describe all the more intricate details of the thing I have never seen. Hold it! A box with a butterfly on it? Yeah, you can see it in the newspaper article. Look! See? Although I suppose it's also possible that that's just a well-known, like, species of butterfly, and that this pattern on the wing is just indicative of the green Curides butterfly. He's not saying it's green on the box, but he's saying that, like, the species is green, maybe? Something like that? Oh, this design here carved on the back of the box. I see it now. It's a sacred butterfly said to carry the soul, or mitama, of the departed. Its wings form a loop that cradles the mitama and carries it to the Twilight Realm. As you can see, there's even one depicted here, behind me at the judge's bench. Okay, no, so it's not normally green, because his is purple. So yeah, the kid's definitely lying to us. Wow, what do you know? There it is. Though it kind of looks like he's about to be carried off in the Twilight Realm himself, not because of the butterfly, because he's old. And old people die. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but Judge Udgy is dead back home. He died in between last game and this game. He's gone. Judge Udgy is dead. I am sorry. Anyway, I've never even seen this treasure box. Besides, when the incident happened, I was in the hallway planning out my tour route. Hold it! Planning out your tour route? Yes, I was planning out a tour for you. For me? Oh, thank you, Albie. I wouldn't have done it if I knew you were a lawyer. Wasted all that time on you. Give it back! Sadly, I'm a lawyer, not a Time Lord. Ha ha ha, Doctor Who reference. Actually, as soon as he heard that's what I am, he's been like a totally different person. I'm starting to believe he could do a murder. Yeah, I certainly don't think Albie committed murder. However, I love how this flashback is like sepia tone. Don't talk to me, you disgust me! That outburst earlier makes me wonder if he'd willingly tell me the truth. I'd better compare his statements and the court record carefully. If I find an inconsistency, I can present some evidence and maybe get him to open up. So yeah, so we know what it is. We know it's obvious, it's the green thing. But this game never ceases to amaze me on its cruelty toward me for whenever I think I'm smart. So let's go ahead and save before we present it. And we'll also read a couple more comments in the chat, by the way. Garfield said, let's teach this guy how cross-examinations work. Quickity said, Judge Colin, what? Also, Judge Present, how did you know I'm time traveling? Said, dang, my joke died. I see what you're saying. You mean the other kind of present. Quickity said, the way Judge is saying we as if he's gonna do it too. Beowulf says, I love that animation. I was wanting something like that from the start. You mean like the cross-examination thing with like little tiles flipping over? Beer said, new music! And Beowulf said, class of 09. The Albie voice is uncanny to Jeffrey. That's what it said. Wow! I am like 2 or 3 comments and a clip away from catching up to chat. I am doing well tonight. I guess it is within that time range. We are past the 2-hour mark, so it could happen. So Crystal, Vero, Queen Katie, you cannot stop me. I am going to catch up to chat. But first of all, I kind of want to present my badge because I haven't shown anybody my badge yet. I'm going through withdrawals. But no, we're going to do the black and white photograph here. Present!
Objection!
Objection! Oh, Albie, why would you lie to me? So you say you've never laid eyes on the treasure box, is that right? That's right. It's forbidden, so I would never do that. In that case, how did you know there was a green butterfly on it? Because I saw a picture of it in that newspaper article. Nope. Take another look. These photos are in black and white. You couldn't possibly tell what color the butterfly is from these pictures! Ah! Hold on. His bag. Did it just move? Is there an animal in his bag? What kind of animal does he have in his bag? Is it gonna be I don't think it's gonna be something normal like a dog or a cat. Maybe it's I was gonna say, with all the talk about butterflies, it could be a butterfly, but no. Maybe it's the still alive severed head of his enemies. Palunka? Huh? What does that mean? I beg your pardon? Palunka is a word in Kuranese that people use when they're surprised. It roughly translates to an F-bomb, except 10 times worse. You just exposed a lie! So this is the power of cross-examination, is it? I should be the one shocked here by your shocking lack of understanding. But just a moment. If the accused was lying, and lying is bad, and he would do that, and murder is bad, he would do that! Then that just makes him even more suspicious than ever! And this just makes things worse for me than ever. Albie, are you hiding something? Please give only true statements. I can't help you if you don't tell the truth. Oh yeah, it is moving! And he's squishing whatever's in there. Maybe it's like let's see, what other small cute animals could it be? It could be like a ferret, or like something similar, like a weasel or something like that. It could be a lizard. It doesn't have to be a mammal. It could be a frog. I'll be your guide. Is there some other hint in there as to what his animal could be? It could be a very deadly venomous viper that's gonna bite all of us and kill us, and that was his plan to get out of here. It could be a rabbit. What other small, a capybara? What other small, like, fluffy animals are there? A fox? No, because I don't think it's gonna be a fox. Fox feels too big. Or like a baby fox. Oh, maybe it's a baby panda. A little baby panda. Or like a red panda. Maybe, baby. Darn, I just can't seem to get him to open up to me. So, accused, you have seen the treasure box with your own eyes after all, haven't you? Well, maybe I did take a peek one time, long time ago when I was cleaning the treasure room. But you weren't in the treasure room at the time of the incident, right? Of course I wasn't.
Objection!
Oh, was that Gaspin Payne's new voice? That sounded even a little different than the last game. Maybe it's just my imagination, though. That is a lie. You were most definitely inside the treasure room on the day of the incident. And I have proof. It does? This was found on the floor of the treasure room. Oh, yeah, we never did ask why they believe that this kid did it. I guess I just assumed it was a result of the divination seance they had. But maybe oh, you know what? I bet his fingerprints are on the scroll. And it's going to turn out that when he snuck in before, he'd go in the treasure room and he'd mess with stuff. And so his fingerprints are all over the place. It's a scroll entitled Notice and contains a list of temple monk duties. These instructions pertain to the day of the incident. Oh, so they're that day's instructions. So if his fingerprints are on those, he was there that day then. Is that what we're saying? And what exactly is that supposed to prove? The accused's fingerprints were found on the scroll. Of course. Let me read a couple more comments in the chat, though. Baylor says, there you go. He just made the connection. It was such a funny game. Okay, when we played Class of 09, I thought the first two playthroughs, as awful as the subject matter was, were very fun. That third one, though, was kind of tough to get through. I did not enjoy that run very much, to be totally honest, and its ending was just a bummer. All right, viewer, with another clip, let's load this one up into the clip viewer so we can check out this clip together on stream all at once. This clip is titled Break the Genesis Record. That sounds like a nerdy reference I should know, but I can't think of. Break the Genesis Record, let's see. And also, random fun fact, Albie is currently now our youngest defendant to date so far. Oh, this series so far. We can beat it. If they do Ace Attorney 7, we need to defend a baby. There needs to be a baby that they're trying to execute. And I don't mean like a 3-year-old, like, I'm a little guy. I mean an infant. I mean fresh out of that womb. Baby. Quick Hit is an also random fun fact. Oh, excuse me, I got the hiccups all of a sudden. I'm sorry. I don't know why this happens. If I talk nonstop for 2 hours, I start to get the hiccups. But yeah, and like I said, fresh out of the womb, fresher the better. If the umbilical cord isn't cut and the baby hasn't been toweled down, accused of murder. Let's see, Queen Katie says, amazing. Crystal says, me, oof. Queen Katie said, I love how it's spirit balls for the HP this time. I mean, it's interesting. Are they, is that what they are? I always think that those are what, like, ghosts look like in Japanese culture. Crystal says, who said you can catch up? Nope, I am. Look at viewers lurking. So that'll make it even easier. Viewer says, I'm craving ramen. Oh, I'm gonna be honest, that actually does sound pretty good right about now. I just had like macaroni and cheese with cut up hot dog slices for dinner tonight. And Chris with quote number 15 says, it Styx twin brother Stock in Little Nightmares 2, October 23rd, 2021. And Crystal says, enjoy the ramen, to Vero. And okay, so let's get back to the game for a bit and then I'll read some more in the chat soon. But as I said, we're about 45 minutes away from the 3-hour mark. Oh, hang on, I'm getting a call from my family. I am so sorry about that. No, that was a phone call from my mom asking my nephew apparently is at a friend's house and is trying to find someone who can go pick him up. And I'm like, I'm not gonna be done for like 45 minutes to an hour or so. So sorry about that. Sorry about that. But I just any time that I see like a family member calling, I as a general rule, I stop whatever I'm doing and I answer just in case it's an emergency because I don't know about you guys, I have had cases in the past where like a family member has been rushed to a hospital or something like that. And so sorry about that. Okay. The accused's fingerprints were found on the scroll. What? Oh no! Oh, gotta go around the animal that's in here. Where is it? Oh, it's not here. Where is it? Where is the thing that I can burn my fingerprints off? I think I got a cigar cutter. I can cut my fingers off. Then they can't prove squat. Oh, I must have dropped it somewhere. Oh wait. Oh, the scroll's his. So it's not something that's usually in the treasure room. It's his instructions for the day for his training, and he dropped it in there. Indeed, you must have dropped it when you were busy murdering the victim. Oh, I bet that's what happened. Hang on. So here's what I think happened. The reason why the seance, and this does reveal a flaw in the idea of just like channeling ghosts to find out who the killer is. The reason why the seance probably ID'd him as the killer is because he probably was in there checking out the treasure box, and Patrol came in and was like, hey kid, you gotta get out of here. And then the real killer, the guy that we saw with the face paint, came up and El Kabonged him from behind and killed him. And then the kid, I'll be your guide, ran off like frightened. And that's why he was saying, oh, I'll just pin the murder on that kid, because he saw him there. And so when they channeled the ghost, the question was probably like, hey, who killed you? And he's like, well, I was there. The only other person in the room with me was I'll be your guide. Which would be sad because it sounded like they had a good relationship together, good friendship. So that is what I think happened. Notice added to the court record. A notice from the day of the incident. The defendant's fingerprints were, oh man, they're just all over this thing. I mean, I don't know what he was doing to get that many fingerprints on it, but oh wow, he was doing something to this thing. No. Then that means Albie was there on the day of the incident? You know, I'm gonna be honest, Phoenix, if you just barge into a courtroom for someone you met 2 minutes ago, you should realize there's a chance that person is a murderer. So this is the power of cross-examination. The more the accused talks, the guiltier he paints himself. Yes, it would seem so, your majesty. Arg! He predicted my argument and had evidence ready to refute it. Since when has Gas been paying good at his job? Hubbub. How is any of that supposed to help the accused? See, I told you can't trust lawyers and their lies. Her benevolence already said the kid's guilty. Look at the size of his mouth. Wow, it's huge. No, everything's going all wrong. Shadu, what do I do? Shadu, badu. As I suspected, this cross-examination session has served no purpose whatsoever. No, you're wrong. But armed as we are with her benevolence's insight, there's no reason to doubt his guilt. Then I guess I'll just have to poke holes in this insight of hers. By the way, this didn't prove to be very interesting at all, Mr. Payne. Nevertheless, I will now finally announce my verdict. What?
Like the iconic character Shadow the Hedgehog? Jay.
Shadow the Hedgehog. We talked about this on stream, right? How I saw some video about an article recently that was talking about how that when the voice actor for Shadow the Hedgehog in the video games was recording the lines for his spin-off game, they hadn't decided if they wanted to do an M-rated game. And so like all of his lines, they gave alternate takes where he was like dropping F-bombs left and right just in case they wanted to pepper any of those in the game. So yeah. Shadow, the F-bomb dropper. What would you guys say that he was called? Like the ultimate organism or something like that? That everybody's really excited to see his friend, was it Maria, the girl, die? I think, if I'm remembering correctly, but thank you very much, Crystal, for the TTS. I'll read some more chat in a minute as soon as we get some more background music going on here. Wait just one moment, Your Majesty. I haven't seen this divination seance for myself yet. As the defense, I have the right to check it out. Dude, you're in a country that is clearly some totalitarian theocracy. I don't think you know what rights you do and don't have. Is that really necessary? I have to go home and apologize to my wife. I guess she really did give him the business. Your Majesty, I enthusiastically support having Mr. Wright see the seance. You do? And why is that, Mr. Payne? Don't you want to see it? See the lawyer being utterly crushed by the power of the seance? I just hope nobody has any seesaw devices ready. And then watch him tearfully beg for mercy. Well, if we find out that we're going to be executed too, like I'm guessing, then yeah, we'll be doing plenty of that. Well, now, I'm sure it'll make up for not getting to go to that class with your wife. Seeing attorneys beg is an aphrodisiac. It certainly does sound worth seeing, and it'd give me a juicy tidbit to tell the missus. Wow! I've been reduced to a juicy tidbit? He's somehow using me? His intimate moments with his elderly wife. Actually, I don't know if she's elderly. Maybe he married someone very young. Maybe he's rich. Maybe he's like one of the celebrities that gets really young wives. Well, foreign interloper! I imagine you do have to see it for yourself to be convinced. It's certainly unprecedented, but let's have the divination seance performed again. Okay, so it's going to be Raina. That was her name, right? She's going to channel the spirit of the dead guy, Patch Roll. But we've never seen this because we've never dealt with this, right? What happens when a female character channels a male spirit? Because we've seen like the Faye sisters turn into like Maya and into Dahlia Hawthorne and people like that. But we've never seen it like cross the sexes. So yeah, let's check this out. I'm assuming that's got to become like a major plot point later on in the game, right? Yeah, but then right after the tearful begging, I really do have to be going. The only tearful begging is going to come from the prosecution when we're through. That's right. I call myself we. Plural now. How pitiful the defense looks, still scrambling desperately for a foothold. Blissfully unaware that defeat and despair are all that await him. All right, so let's check this out. Would this be animated? Okay, so it doesn't look like it'll be animated. We'll get to see her channel somebody, right? All right. There she is. Her benevolence. Let me read a couple more comments in the chat now. See, Crystal says to Vero, enjoy the ramen. And then as quote number 43, nobody told me I was going to have to guide babies through the bear traps. And look, I fixed the typo that was originally in that one. Vera with a salute, Queen Katie with a smile. Crystal said, we have an animal companion, yippee! I assume it's an animal. What else moves like that? It could be a tiny person in there. It could be a baby. Crystal says lying is bad equals must be death penalty. Exactly. I'm glad you see it that way, Crystal. Queen Katie said, I'm glad I missed class of 09 lol. I dodged a bullet and had a great sleep. It was something. It was something else. Crystal said, should have had an ending where we kill the men in the school. Well, we did have the one route where we killed Jeffrey. Crystal said, Payne's voice is better in this game. It's good. I do like it. Queen Katie said, quote number 102, there's a blue light coming out of my butt. That means shadows fear me. Persona 3 Reload, May 15, 2024. And it says, me jam into the tunes. Vera said, ramen for breakfast. Salute. Hey, Jackson on. How you doing? Said, yeah, feel free to leave us. Oh, Crystal says, all good. Oh, so when I answered the phone. Oh, okay, sorry. I just thought, for a second, I thought you were like, oh, you're streaming. Why don't you leave? I am so sorry. Jackson on. So good to see you. How are you doing? How has your day been? And yeah, Queen Katie said, all good. Crystal said, no problem. And Vera said, yup, all good. I was just making sure it wasn't anything like important. So sorry about that. But okay. Okay, so let's keep going back to this. There she is. Her benevolence. Your benevolence, Rafa Padma Karain. Padma, what could that mean? Oh, no, but you guys said that her voice is the same in the Japanese version. So Rafa Padma Karain probably means something in Japanese. Padma. All I'm thinking of is like Padme Amidala from Star Wars. Padme.
Thank you for coming all this way once again.
Wait, she left the room earlier? She was here a while ago. Oh, probably when he stopped to like do the phone call.
Your gratitude is unnecessary. This is simply my duty. Barb-headed attorney.
Yes?
I am told you question the veracity of the sacred divination seance. It would seem the depths of your irreverence and blasphemy are lost on you.
Just a foreigner, ignorant in the ways and customs of this country.
I apologize in advance for anything rude I might say or do, your benevolence.
All I want is a fair trial for Albie.
You would imply that the trials of this country are unfair? Or to explain, outsider, how verdicts founded on truths imparted by the very souls of the dead lack impartiality.
What's fair about trials with no defense and no chance for the accused to tell their story?
How dare you speak to her benevolence in that manner?
Did you hear that? Did you hear how he talked to her benevolence? What does he know about anything?
Ignorant outsider! We won't stand for it! He must be punished!
Yikes, looks like I really stuck my foot in it this time.
Punish him! Punish him! Hugh O'Connor! Punish him! Punish him!
Ah! Silence, one and all. Oh, she has a very big armpit hole in her outfit. Is she standing up for me? Hey, maybe she isn't such a bad person after all.
Be not disquieted, my people. He merely expresses his opinion.
Well, looks like her benevolence is going to be more reasonable than I thought.
Attorneys are ghastly creatures with souls stained black by brazen untruths. The words of a lowly worm such as that are not worth troubling yourselves over.
All right, I take that back.
Oh, none of his prattling can sway the truth of my insights. Rest assured, he will soon see the error of his foolish ways.
Yeah, the voice I'm trying to do with her is just the voice I tried to do with Hifumi in Persona 5. I hope that is all right with y'all. And now then, your benevolence, the divination seance, if you would. Okay, we're gonna save before we see this, just because I need to remember to do that periodically, and I hope this will be animated. I probably won't get my wish, but I hope it will be.
Certainly. Naina, my robe.
Oh, she removes it. Oh, yeah, wow, she moves very, very quick and jittery. Okay, let's see if she channels a dude, if she's gonna look like Patrol.
O Holy Mother, we hold this divination seance in your name.
Did you hear that voice? That was totally me. That was ventriloquism. Watch, I'll do another one.
Let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped.
See? Oh, I'm doing such a great voice now, y'all.
O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me.
Yeah, I've become an expert at this.
So that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
Be impressed. Oh, now it is animated. Oh, but it's 3D animation, darn it. I prefer hand-drawn. Do we have to see her do the whole dance again or something? Are we gonna have to do this every time that she's... Because I assume she's gonna do more of these divinations throughout the game. Like every trial will have one or something. I mean, Maya would just suddenly, grow 3 sizes. But this girl has to do a full-on dance. I wish I'd paid more attention to her dance earlier so I could see if this is the same dance that she's doing now. But yeah, I'm guessing they're like, we budgeted in to choreograph a whole dance. We're gonna use the crap out of this dance. Oh, that's water! Oh, is that supposed to be the pool of souls she was talking about? Oh, so maybe she won't channel the spirit into herself. Maybe she's just going to raise it from the pool as like a ghost or something. Darn it, I thought we were finally gonna find out if a female medium can channel a male spirit. Well, maybe she still will. I shouldn't speak too soon. Let's find out. Sploosh. Oh, this pool's a lot deeper than it looked from the outside. Oh, and so we see what he saw. Incense. Song of ceremony. Boy's voice. Boy's voice. Pain. It was Gaspin Pain. Gaspin Pain is the murderer. I know we saw the guy at the beginning. That was Gaspin Pain in disguise. What just happened? An image appeared in the pool. I have a question. I have a thought. So I've already told you my theory is that the whole preparing for every eventuality is that in their culture, if a defense attorney loses the case, the defense attorney also gets the same sentence and he'll get executed. Is it going to be the same for the prosecution? Is Gaspin Pain going to get like sentenced to jail or something? If we find out that he was wrongfully accusing someone, in that case, that'll be hard to like have a different. Would we have a different prosecutor every single trial? Wow, what just happened? An image appeared in the pool. Okay, so she doesn't channel the spirit. We just see the deceased's final moments from that point of view. Okay, so it's like I said, the kid was in there, and he's the last thing he saw. But this is good because this means that he's not accusing him, because it did sound like they had a good friendship, so I'm glad for that. A final message from the victim's soul, the last communication of his Mitama. The divination seance has revealed this to us. Her benevolence can use her power of spirit communion to project a victim's memories of the last few moments before their demise. So what we saw in this pool is what Mr. Roll actually experienced. Please, Phoenix. Please do accept this as fact. You have seen ghosts channeled. I hope he's not like, I don't believe this. That's like in comic books when you'll have like a superhero team that will literally have a storyline where they go to the afterlife and meet God or something like that. And then they'll like be back down there and be like, I don't believe in ghosts. You know, something. I don't like it. In the victim's memories, we see the accused raising a weapon over his head. This is consistent with the findings of the police investigation. He could have been attacking the face paint guy we saw before. There has to be some kind of mistake. I didn't do it. Well, then tell us what you were doing there. Oh, you know what? Is it that he just doesn't want to admit that he was in the room because he'd get kicked out of monk school? Because I'm going to be honest, execution sounds worse than getting kicked out of monk school. This looks bad for Albie, really, really bad. Now do you see why I'm the incredible Pain? More than I can express. But even if those really are the victim's last memories, what can I do with them? I love how no matter how much all the other songs in this game change, this track for oh no, things are going poorly, the crap has hit the fan, this is like the same no matter what. Let me read a few more comments to the chat though. Vera says, isn't that what happened with, oh hang on, I gotta scroll because this pin message appeared in front of it, with Gregory Edgeworth when they tried to get Misty Fey to channel him? Oh, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, what happened with that? It's been so long, it's been years since we played that first game. Did it fail? Was she not able to? I honestly don't remember what did happen with that. And there's a pin message saying it's either you die from execution or you die socially after getting kicked out of monk school, or who knows, maybe the punishment for that is death as well. And maybe he'd rather be found innocent of the thing he didn't do than confess to the thing he did do. Maybe this is just a weird country where everything you do, they kill you for. I don't know. But thank you very much for the pin message there. Let's see, I gotta read some more comments in the chat. Queen Katie said, he thought it was Miles, so he blamed the only other person to save his son. Is that what it was? I've completely forgotten this. I need to go back and review those old cases, because that was like 2021 that we played that game. That was 3 years ago. Vera says, Queen Katie, yeah, because Manfred went in there after they passed out. Crystal says, I was thinking Persona. Crystal says, oh, because Shadows. Oh, ultimate life form, not ultimate organism. That's what it is, ultimate life form. Queen Katie said, colon, I want right to go down so hard. Go down so hard into the ground. Go down hard. Into the ground. Crystal with quote number 14. If I see a hole, I want to go into it. Little Nightmares 2, October 23rd, 2021. Crystal with some gambling, saying no, and some emotes. Garfield said, pay attention to her benevolence voice lines. To her benevolence's voice lines and try to do a voice impression based on her voice. Okay, so we've heard her real voice now, her canon voice. The problem is, it's just a regular female voice. So I'm sorry to disappoint Garfield. I'm gonna just be honest, I will not be able to do an impression of that voice. So voices, they gonna be silly. We just get to decide how they're silly. I mean, I suppose I could do more of this type of a voice if you'd rather, but if Edgeworth appears, that's too close to his, because his is just that, but deeper. Okay, with a pin message from Vero, saying Misty channeled Gregory back then, and Gregory in Misty's body blamed the bailiff because he didn't want to accuse Miles. Okay, oh, was that, Was the bailiff at that time? Was that Mike Meekins? I don't even remember. But thank you for reminding me, because clearly my memory span does not go that bad. Oh, so Greg, Greg, officers, Miles goes in elevator, breaks, they lose oxygen. Oh yes, I do remember this. Officer gets upset. So Miles throws gun, bam, they pass out. Manfred shows up, shoots Area. Hang on, excuse me. Oh, shoots Greg. Sorry, it was cut off for a second. Greg thinks the gunshot from Miles, so blamed Officer instead. That is what it was. Yeah, so I guess that does make sense that like even ghosts can lie, and so you'd have to make sure the ghost is being honest. So yes, that is a very good point. But still, I kind of like this mechanic, because this adds more mystery to it. I hope I end up liking this more than those weird mood matrices things. Crap, is Athena in this game? Are we gonna have to do mood matrices? I hope not. Let's see. Oh crap, where'd I leave off in the chat? Let's see, Crystal was saying Rafa. Oh, here we go. Is trivia about the names. It's an Arabic name meaning kind, compassionate, of soft-hearted. Rafa's name might also be a reference to Rei, Japanese for spirit. I know that because I learned that when watching Evangelion, because you got Rei Ayanami. And by extension, Reibana, which is a type of flower said to grow in Buddhist Hek. Why does that sound familiar? Have I heard that before? Padma is Sanskrit for lotus. Kurain doesn't appear to have a real life equivalent. Okay, so interesting. So hopefully those aren't spoilers. That is just reference to spirits and afterlife and flowers of the afterlife. Hang on. Just gotta remember to breathe. Again, sometimes going 2.5 hours without breathing takes a little bit of a toll on you. And Crystal says, according to Wiki. So thank you, Crystal. All right. Let's get back in the game here. I feel like every time I get closer to catching up, you guys keep writing more, which is fine. It makes me happy. I appreciate it. Okay, but even if those really are the victim's last memories, what can I do with them? There it is. There's the face of a man being utterly crushed. Oh, how long I've waited to see it. Isn't it wonderfully gratifying, Your Majesty? Oh, yes. Very satisfying indeed. I'm starting to think the judge might not be entirely impartial on this. Now are you finally convinced, traveler? The accused is most assuredly guilty. Am I really the only unbiased one here? Now then, I think we've been amused enough. If you give up now, I won't even invoke the defense. I told you! The Defense Culpability Act against you, that's gotta be what I was saying. That if our client is found guilty, we'll be found guilty of the same thing. We'll be executed too. Phoenix had better follow up and ask what it is and hopefully not go, Defense Culpability Act? Haven't heard of that. Oh well, I'll keep going. You'd be free to slink back to your own country with your tail between your legs. The Defense Culpability Act? What's that? Yes, thank you. What? You mean you honestly don't know? No. That man gonna die. You gonna die. What's with all the hubbub? Well, not only is he a lying, black-hearted lawyer, he's also an imbecile.
Your Majesty, I think you'd better explain the Defense Culpability Act to him. Yes, I think I'd better. The Defense Culpability Act, or DC Act for short, is as follows. Quote, in the name of Her Eminence, those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. I was right! In other words, if you help the accused by defending him and he's found guilty, you will receive the same sentence as he. What? What kind of insane law is that? I don't want accountability. I don't want consequences for my actions. I just wanted to point my finger at my friend Miles and say objection. Under the DC Act, many an attorney has been convicted and met with a grim fate. Some went to prison, others received the death penalty. That's why there are so few in our country today who admit to being an attorney. Humph, that's as it should be. I mean, I kind of like the added stakes for this game. The history of our courts proves that. Attorneys are black-souled creatures who will tell any lie to save the accused. Okay, so she is definitely gonna be like the Edgeworth character of this series, who's gonna hate us at first, but slowly come to like us by the end. Or even to an extent, Franziska. I mean, she won't admit it, but Franzi kind of likes us now. Or at least respects us. Thus, attorneys deserve to be exterminated. Hubbub, hubbub, hubbub. Exterminate, annihilate. Exterminate, annihilate, procreate. Wait, what was that last one? That was something different. That had a different tone to it. I've never felt so much hostility coming at me from so many sides, and a little bit of flirting, a little bit of propositioning. What could have happened to make everyone feel this way? You fell right into my trap, Phoenix Wright, see? We defeated him once by defending a client who was innocent, and now he's trying to get us killed. All right, let me read a couple more comments in the chat, though. Quick Eddie said, yup, it's also the same name across games, languages, I mean. So regardless, it's Rafa in every translation. Jacksonon said, I was doing great today until I found out I was lied to about a dinner? I'm sorry, Jackson, I'm sorry that happened to you. Are you doing okay? Is there anything we can do to, like, cheer you up? I mean, that's gotta suck. I am so sorry. If there's something we can do to like, make you feel better, please let us know. Crystal says, oof, Vera with the unlurk. Welcome back, Vera. Oh, and a clip. Why is there a new clip already? Let me load this up at the clip viewer so we can check it out together. Hang on, I also gotta breathe. That's what clips are good for, to remind me to have breaks to breathe. Vera says, is this the new hubbub? Well, let's check it out. Let's see what it was. And then we'll get back to the game after this clip. What does he know about anything? And you're an outsider. We won't stand for it. He must be punished. Yikes, looks like I really stuck my foot in it this time. Punish him! Punish him! Hugh O'Connor! Punish him! Punish him! What does he know about it? You know what it is? Have any of you ever done the thing where you say a word or phrase over and over again so many times that it starts to feel like it loses meaning to you, like it doesn't even feel or sound like words anymore? In this universe, everything does that except it turns into Hugh O'Connor eventually. Oh, and a poll is up. Which hubbub do you prefer? Good old hubbub. Death, death, death. Exterminate, annihilate Hugh O'Connor, or banish him. Go ahead and cast your votes. Oh, I still got to bring the clip viewer down. I forgot to. And Crystal says, ooh, Eclipse says, wow, her benevolence has a servant. I know, she moves so like quickly. She's like a little mouse or a hamster jittering around. Quick Katie said, it's Miku Miku Dance on the 3DS. Wait, what? Was that like an actual dance that she was doing? Crystal says, final memories? Quick Katie said, also, this is the special thing I mentioned. Wait, oh, the dance or the seance? Garfield says, yup, Okay, there's another clip. I'll check that out in a minute. But let's play a little bit more. We're 15 minutes away from the 3-hour mark, by the way. Actually, because of that, yeah, I should check this clip right away. Let me load up this one clip, and then we'll get back to the game. So we got one more clip. This clip from Vero is titled, Add This to Your Portfolio? Okay, I'm not quite sure what that means, but let's find out. Oh, that's a lip syncing.
I'll do another one.
Let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be
Oh, does that
unstopped.
satisfy you, Garfield? See? Oh, I'm doing such a great voice.
How about that? How about that voice, Garfield?
Dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me,
Yeah, I've become an expert at this.
so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
I do like the sound of her voice. I just know I can't do an impression of that, sadly.
Be impressed.
I know the limits of my feeble abilities. Thank you very much for the clip there. Okay, let's do some more. You fell right into my trap, Phoenix, right? Your win streak against me and my brother ends today. You're trying to kill me, Pain. You are literally trying to kill me because you suck at your job. With the seance and the DC Act on my side, I'll finally get my revenge. So that's why he was so eager to have me defend Albie. Chased out and humiliated back home, fate brought me here to the foothills of Karain. I thank my lucky stars that I'm the chief prosecutor here now.
Defense, know that if I rule that the accused is guilty, you will go to prison too.
And be executed? Because I'm pretty sure murder and treason are both capital offenses. That explains Albie's reaction earlier. Defend me, Mr. Ryan! What are you saying? You can't do that! So that was back when he was still being nice to us.
Your Majesty, isn't a prison sentence a bit lenient? After all, we're talking about treason. One should pay for such a crime with one's life.
Gaspin Payne is a bitter, vindictive man.
Oh, yes. Oh, I believe the death penalty might be appropriate under these circumstances.
Holy cow! Oh, and the poll is done, and Hugh O'Connor won with 51% of the vote. Jackson on contributing 130 channel points. Wait, so what was second? Oh, second place was exterminate, annihilate, inebriate. What was that? That song? Crap, what was that one song? I don't even remember. But yes, thank you very much for contributing to the poll. Looks like the only one that didn't get votes was Banish Him. Let me read a couple more comments in the chat, though, because I am so far behind. Crystal says, wow, her dance so good. Queen Katie said, oh, I didn't even think of that. Crystal says, I think Logan wants to kill Payne. Vera says, AA6 just got 5 different prosecutors that you kill. You know what? That could be cool. It could be like a Danganronpa thing, where every chapter a prosecutor dies. And so then, because okay, one thing, I don't want to get dark and morbid, but one thing that I miss about Danganronpa that was pretty fun was every chapter guessing who was going to be the next victim. And in this game, like, the victim is always somebody that we've never, well, not always, but usually someone we've never seen nor heard from before. Well, I guess always, because I guess we hadn't really met Maya before she got killed. So it would be cool to kind of go like, I wonder which prosecutor gonna die this time. Kristen with some raid suggestions. Hang on, let me copy these over into my text file, so I'll be able to check those out in just a minute. Thank you very much, Crystal, for all these raid suggestions. Give me just 1 second here. Cause wow, we're getting very close to the 3-hour mark, aren't we? And then I'll read some more in the chat, then we'll get back to the game in just a second. Vera said, it's either you die from execution or you die socially after getting kicked out of monk school. Bumbo! Says, oh my, I am here. How much did I miss Bumbo? How are you doing? You didn't miss much, except the Gaspin Payne's trying to kill us. And we have some of the, okay, chat says some of the best pun names in the series. I say some of the worst. So you be the judge, Bumbo. If you met a kid and the kid is like, hi, I'm your tour guide. My name is I'll be your guide. What would you think? Oh, Toby Onitabe. How are you doing? Saying hi, Logan. Hi, chat. Bumbo. Toby, how are you? Bumbo says, I mean, what I miss? Vera said, Misty channeled Gregory back. Oh, that's the explanation that was in the pin message. And Vera says, welcome. Bumbo says, my gosh, so off. Mike isn't even a bailiff. He's a police officer. It was Yanni Yogi. That's who it was. Okay, Yanni Yogi, the old man with the parrot. Toby says he was bailiff 10 years later, right? Meekins, I mean. Well, Meekins went through numerous occupations. Didn't he eventually, like, become the Blue Badger mascot or something like that? Vera said he was an officer, then was demoted to bailiff. Crystal says the divination seance floor looks like flowers. Quick Kitty said, Payne, your majesty, may I watch the execution of right? He'd want to probably do it. I don't know how they execute, like beheading or whatever. He'd want to pull that trigger. Vera said, Buddhist heck? Naraku, SMT4 reference. Vera said, Traveler, Genshin reference. I thought it was a reference to the the doubloons meme from a few years ago. Quick Katie said, once again, Payne really said death to right. Beob said, also, fun fact, my first time hearing about SMT and Ace Attorney was at the same time in a 3DS specific direct in 2016. They didn't interest me at the time, but needless to say, they do now. Oh, the memories. Okay, let's play a little bit more. We still got 10 minutes from the 3-hour mark. And I will catch up to chat. I feel like I gotta be so close. I believe the death penalty might be appropriate under these circumstances. The death penalty? No way. You're kidding, right? Your Majesty? Little old me, I'm just a silly little guy. Yeah, we're gonna kill you. Do I look like I'm kidding? I'll have you put your life on and your dark, tainted soul on the line here. Death? Tainted soul? This can't be happening. The courts of resignation. Our courts are well known as thus. In this land where my seances provide the truth and no attorneys can intervene.
Forgive me, Your Majesty, for I have oopsied.
Yeah, forgive me for I have oopsied. We need a replacement for the confessions. I think I tossed around the idea before of like questions you want bad advice for. Because the confessions were fun, but they kind of ran their course. If anybody has good ideas for that, let me know. Thank you for the TTS. Okay, and I do feel better about her as a character, so I no longer think she's an accomplice to Face Paint Guy. Because the conclusion she is drawing from that pool vision is it's a reasonable, incorrect conclusion, I think. So thank you for the TTS, by the way. In this land where my seances provide the truth and no attorneys can intervene, criminals know that all they can do is resign themselves to their fate. Oh, foreign lawyer, I ask you once more, are you sure you still want to defend the accused? I mean, is this our chance to get out of it? Is he saying that because we didn't know about that law, we can just say, can we do what Crystal said and we have oopsied? Gulp! Yay, yay, yay! Huh? There's Maya to think of in all this too. I'm her ride back home to Japanifornia. If I die, she'll have to spend money on transportation. I can't just lay down my life. What in the world should I do? Haha, we get the choice. Hang on. I want to see if we get a bad ending. I need to see if we get a bad ending from this. And like just the whole game ends. Abandon the defense. A trial I just happened to walk into in a country I just happened to visit? How can I put my life on the line for something like this? Oh, now we're gonna go, no, it's a child, I must save him. I appreciate what you're trying to do, Mr. Wright, but never mind about me. You just go ahead and go see Miss Maya. See, kid gave you permission, Phoenix. But what about Albie? She's kind of like a big sister to me. We still don't know what's in his bag either. Isn't this why I became a lawyer in the first place? To needlessly risk my life for some kid who scammed me out of $30? Oh, that's right, he did it to save Edgeworth. To help those with no one on their side. I can't just abandon everything I believe in. I miss those old illustrations. It had such charm to them. All I can do now is stand firm and fight! Okay, let's see. In that case, we will rewind. We're going to erase that moment of cowardice from the timeline. We're gonna say we will stay and fight. Okay. Of our own volition. We're going to pretend that we do have the freedom of choice here. Continue the defense! Yeah, see, isn't this why I became a lawyer in the first place? And then we get to see the picture again. To help those with no one on their side, I can't just abandon everything I believe in. All I can do now is stand firm and fight! Well, don't hold your tears back on my account, Phoenix Wright. Admit your defeat and grovel before me, the chief prosecutor, for your life! Yeah. You know what he should do? Phoenix Wright should say like, I'll do this if I get to choose how I get executed. I choose to fall off a bridge by Hazakura Temple because he already knows he can survive that. Even if it means being subject to the Defense Culpability Act, I will defend Aobe! See, this is nice. This is heroic. I dig it. Let me read some more comments in the chat. Crystal says, not the references. Beowulf says, they showed SMT4 Apocalypse at that direct, which is by no means my favorite game. Quickity said, my desire to share Rafa concept art must resist. I'll because I don't want to see spoilers, so I'll wait. I'll try to be patient, and I'm in resist. I'm trying not to share it. Crystal says, laughing. Logan, breathe. Why do I gotta breathe? What's so great about breathing? Crystal, Jacksonon said, I mean dinner. Oh, diner. Oh, diner. So tell me about a good diner to visit to make me feel better, I guess. Oh, I misread that. I'm so sorry. Diner. Well, I don't know where you live. Where I go to usually around here is a really cheap diner called D's. And it's not a D's Nuts joke. A D's is like a Denny's if it stopped trying the little amount that it's trying. A diner. There's other diners around here, like, does Village Inn count as a diner? Is Denny's itself even a diner? I'm sorry, if I knew where you lived, if I knew restaurants, I'd suggest one. I'm sorry, Jacksonon. Chris with the hydrate command, I'll do that right now. Hang on 1 sec. Vera says, pull up! Queen Katie said, love how Vera doing the normal clips while I'm clipping Logan. And I quote, just saying stuff. Well, I feel like a lot of your clips are also like stuff that can't be shown right away, that it's somehow me unintentionally foreshadowing stuff. Vera with a smile, Bubba said, I am 20 away, but it seems you have it disabled. Wait, have it? Oh, we tell me the Kigurumi, it is much too hot for that right now. Crystal said, some peeps are fighting. Garfield said, bro's literally trying to imitate perfection. I do like the sound of her voice. Her voice is great. Has her voice actress done other things too? I assume she has. I'd love to hear what. Garfield says, oh, anyway, here's a raid suggestion. Awesome. Let me copy this one over into my text file as well. Thank you very much, because we will be checking out these suggestions soon and picking one. So let me copy that over. Thank you very much, Garfield. And there we go. Quickgator said, the older Pain learned about this. You kill a man because he beat you? Okay, I'm disowning you as my brother. So maybe Winston had more integrity about that. And Garfield with a clip. Hang on, let me load this one up in the clip viewer so we can all watch this one together. This clip is titled, The Death Penalty, with tons of exclamation points and question marks. Let's check it out.
I believe the death penalty might be appropriate under these circumstances. The death penalty? No way. You're kidding, right? Your Majesty? I believe
there we go. Thank you so much for the clip. I think you're kidding, right, is a wonderful defense for that sort of thing. Have you ever tried it? Maybe it works. Maybe it takes pity. And Queen Katie with some raid suggestions as well. Thank you, Queen Katie. Let me copy these ones over into my text file. Wow, we got so many raid suggestions. I always feel bad, though, like when you guys give me so many raid suggestions, because it does invariably mean that most of them we're not going to be able to pick, but we will pick one in just a little bit. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I got to read some more. I got to catch up to chat. I got to be close. What? Oh, it's Yui Vale! Oh, just with 10 minutes. Thank you so much, Yui Vale. How are you doing? So good to see you. Firo, are you here? Did you go back to lurking? Can we do a shout out for Yui Vale? I feel like Yui Vale is always so super nice popping in here, and I want to make sure that we do shouts. Plus, she has like a really great VTuber avatar design. I think Vera might have stepped away. Oh, no, there's Vera right there. And, last stream was art. See, check out. Oh, Yui Vale's got friends. Oh, and that's some Lethal Company. Oh, that's such a great game. Sorry if the music of the game is kind of drowning out your clip there. Oh, whoa! Oh, wow! Oh, that that was an amazing ragdoll there. And I can take the clip viewer down. Thank you very much, viewer, for doing that. How was your art stream? What were you drawing? Crystal says, Maya can just summon you, Phoenix. Oh, that's true. So even if we die, we can keep being a lawyer. And then if we, inhabiting Maya's body, get executed, then it's her death. So we get them all again. We get an extra life. Crystal says, oh, no, if Maya dies, then we move on to Pearl. So we get 3 lives. Crystal said illusion of choice once again. Quickhead said, Phoenix, you were once a child accused of things, sure, but it's not murder. But you know how it feels. So they brought the CG back, the baby Feeny. Crystal says, aw, kid Feeny. Quickhead said, wait, don't tell me we're the judge. Crystal says, that'd be awesome. Quickhead said, if you have Julia Bell's, it's a good eat. I've never been to Julia Bell's. I don't think we have this around here. What are they like? Jackson On says, thanks. The one I went to is called Oregon Dairy. It's not local to my home state, so it doesn't dox me. Oh, okay. I wish I had suggestions for you. And there's you with the 10 bits. Thank you again for the 10 bits. Says, I'm good. It's been a hot minute since I've been here. Says, I love that clip. I was drawing a friend, and I in a chibi art style. Oh, that's adorable. And look at that. 3 hours and like 35 seconds, almost 3 hours on the dot. I caught up to chat for the first time of the night. I do think that we ought to do one of these raids pretty soon. So let me revisit these raid suggestions we have, and we're gonna pick out one that has the fewest number of viewers and is not set to like what was it, like followers only or anything like that. Okay, so it looks like the person with the fewest number of viewers out of all these raid suggestions is Turtle, who has 2 viewers currently playing Pokemon. So let me go ahead and load this raid suggestion up here. Raid. Oh, a gift. Oh, what? Hang on. I just got a gift. I just got a pop-up thing. What's that? From Vero. Vero gifted me something? Vero gifted me something on Steam. Oh my gosh! Oh, that is so awesome! It says, you guys won't believe this. Vera, is it okay for me to say this? Is it okay to say this on stream? Because this is so super generous. Because this one, I don't think this was on sale. And so this was probably, I can't remember how much this cost. Wasn't it like 30 bucks? It might have even been 40 or something. Or maybe it was 20. I want to say 30. Vero just gifted me a pre-order for the Edgeworth Investigations collection. With a note that says, more Ace Attorney, more, and happy early birthday, dude. Signed, Puzzles, Vero, whatever. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Okay, accept gift. Thank you. There was also an option to click to say accept gift privately. I don't know if that matters, or not matters, what that even does. The fact that I just announced it on stream, though, means that wasn't ever an option. Thank you so much, Vero. That is so nice of you. I mean, because that's worth a lot of bits. That is a ton. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Okay, wow, I got so distracted, I didn't initiate the raid yet. So thank you, Vero. Let me go ahead and start the raid. For anyone who's lurking, if you could hang around for the raid, I'd appreciate it. I'm gonna give you all the spiel for everything in just a moment. So the person with the fewest viewers was Turtle here. I can't remember who recommended this one. I believe it was Queen Katie. Jackson On said, okay, for raid suggestion. Oh crap, there's another one. The only person I can trust to be on stream after not get weird on you guys is that one. I'm so sorry that I already initiated the raid. I'm gonna copy that one down. Maybe we can do that one in a future stream. I'm so sorry, but thank you so much, Jackson On. Crystal's with an emote. And that's, again, I feel so bad because by picking one, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 then that we didn't pick. But thank you all for all the raid suggestions. Yui Vale says, ooh, Pokemon. Chris says, Pokemon. Garfield said, all right, what's this? Queen Katie says, what? Chris says, what gift? Beowulf says, what? Fear said, yes. Chris said, what is it? Garfield says, yes. Beowulf says, what is it? Queen Katie said, yo. Yui Vale says, ooh. Queen Katie said, wait, Vero, I need to know, were you his friend on Steam? Vera said, I secured y'all. Vera said, yup. Chris said, yeah. Queen Katie said, dang, so my theory is not debunked. Beowulf said, why, Vero? Why, you're encouraging him to play investigations before I can play them. I do also already own Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. So by the way, I gotta say, as I finish to catch up, if you're lurking, we stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays, alternating between this and Persona 3 Reload. So tomorrow is Persona 3. Sunday we'll pick up where we're leaving off here tonight. Thank you, Toilet Duck. I'll save after the stream just because I need to finish reading these chats. Vera said with Logan time, I'm sure you'll be ahead like 100%. Finish both games. Quick Katie said, thank you for the stream. And yes, it was me. See y'all next time. Vera said, good luck speedrunning Beowulf. This is the true test. Jackson On says, okay, have a good night. Vera said, good night all. Beowulf said, this is my Mega 10 year though. Chris says, bye-bye. Remember to save. Beowulf said, I'll be playing whatever game I'll be playing at the time. Oh, it started. The raid initiated. I didn't get to finish saying it. I was so close. But if you can see us from the VOD, thank you so much for being here. And for those watching the VOD, good night as well. You're all amazing. Love and appreciate you all. Thank you very much. Good night. Bye, everybody. I need to go in and say hi in the raid now. Bye.